What's up, fuckers?
Hello.
It's me and Daniel.
It's me.
I died for a little while. Sorry, I'm back now.
Yeah.
It happens.
It's still only been a week.
Oh, that's true. It just feels like it's been longer.
We did it on Saturday. It's been technically a day longer.
I think it's just this week felt so long. I literally thought it's been like an extra week because this week was so grueling. I had a bad week. It's whatever. It's less bad now because Daniel is here. And Ace Attorney is here.
Hello. Yeah, I'm not Ace Attorney. I don't know why I said hello to that.
I'm Ace. Does that count?
I mean, you're half of it, I suppose.
Yeah. I love people...
Oh, that's what it's about.
Yeah, I love people that are like Phoenix is headcanon Ace because it's funny that he would be the Ace Attorney. And on one hand, I'm like, all right, that's good. And actually, Phoenix does sometimes give Ace energy.
He sometimes does. But he also gives off hella super omega gay energy.
Yeah,
too.
well, I used to, because when I was younger, I used to ship him and Maya and Edgeworth in a 3 polyamorous relationship. But now it's like gross now because I keep forgetting how young Maya is.
Maya's really young.
I guess it's like my only defense is that I was young too, but it's still weird.
I mean, when you're younger, yeah. I think it's more of a valid defense if you are younger. If you had kept it up, maybe, I think it becomes more problematic.
But yeah, but either way, I was just kind of like, he does kind of give Ace energy, but not as much as Kiryu.
Kiryu is a man who sees.
I don't care about everyone's like, oh, but in Yakuza 0, you go on those telephone date things and you go to hotels, and I'm like, yeah, well, first of all, Ace people can fuck, and second of all, we don't know what's going on in there. They never tell you.
He might legitimately just be hanging out with them, and that would be very on brand for him.
Yeah, it would be awesome. And also, like, he does have a love interest, but, like, Ace people can be in relationships, too. So, like, I don't give a fuck what anyone says.
Yeah, because Ace doesn't necessarily mean aromantic.
Yeah. They're two separate things.
Right.
Like me, the Ace, who's in a relationship.
If you don't look back on your past actions as cringe, were you ever really young?
True. Yo, 20-year-old Kemi was mega cringe. I'm glad y'all never got to know her. This one's us, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I if I could go back, if I was like face to face with 20-year-old me, I would actually slap myself. I would be like, what the fuck is up with you, dumbass? Get your shit together. I have an Ace friend and an Arrow friend, and they're like fucking polar opposites. Yeah, exactly. I am not Arrow, I am just Ace. And I'm a gray Ace. So I'm not like repulsed. Which is fine, by the way. Anyways, listen, okay, we're gonna do Ace Attorney, and we're gonna make progress this time.
Yeah.
I promise. Shit.
Okay, so if you recall, Herlock said he was going to check the cabin next door.
Yeah. Did we finish investigating in this room for now?
I believe so, yes.
Because I think we combed over everything.
I'm pretty sure
this fucker won't talk to us.
The only way you can progress to even get Herlock to show up is to check everything.
Oh, okay.
Because Herlock is saying, I'm going to go to the cabin next door. No, you can't come because you're the suspect. And then Susato's like, of course we're going.
Yeah, because fuck you.
Yeah.
They aren't anti-sex, they're just entirely uninterested in it. Yeah, that's me. Hi. That's me.
Thanks to that so-called detective, I'm even more stuck inside this cabin than I was before. For the time being, I suppose I'll just have to focus my efforts on investigating here.
Shit, did we miss something?
Maybe talk to that guy.
Wait a minute, hang up. Wait, no, fuck, I didn't...
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe I gotta talk to him.
Maybe talk to this nerd and yell at him.
Maybe now he'll actually talk to me. Oh, fuck, I forgot to check the VOD from last time to see if the adjusted reverb was good or not.
Yeah, we'll fucking find out.
I guess we'll find out. Sorry, y'all, if it's not.
Excuse me.
What?
I was wondering if I could ask you a favor?
Niet, no favor.
Oh, fuck. Do you mind if I investigated a little outside?
Are you fucking kidding me right now? Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes, but it is not true, I see. I think we read this already.
We may have said this. Sorry?
Yes, the criminal asking prison guard to help him escape. Very funny.
We're in the middle of the sea. There's no chance of me escaping.
Yeah, this is what I don't get.
Yeah.
What do you, I mean, other than...
I mean, it doesn't mean you get to just chill on the boat anywhere on the boat, though. You're just like, all right, I'll be up by the pool then.
Yeah, Max relaxing on deck. No.
I mean, I'll keep the cuffs on, but I mean, I'm laying back.
But like,
and
but
I'm ordering a mimosa.
But I'm like, unless they're worried about you killing somebody else, so they want to keep someone to watch you. But like,
I mean, that is kind of the point.
Yeah, but where are you gonna go as far as escape is concerned? Also, if you killed everyone, you don't know how to drive a boat. What are you gonna do?
So their priority isn't necessarily to avoid more murder. They're just like, well, he can't really steal the boat.
Yeah, so you might as well
just let him
chill.
Go and murder.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, he'll die at sea in the worst case scenario.
And then we'll see who's laughing.
Yeah. You stay in this cabin until next port. Then it's up to Hong Kong police to decide what they do with you. So you stay.
All right.
Oh, so we're near Hong Kong. We haven't even gotten that far then.
Yeah. There's no point trying to appeal to this man's better nature, that's for sure. Okay, so
well,
talk to that dude.
How do I get
You gotta
out
find
of here?
something without a check mark. Because we have checked a lot of the things in this room.
Oh, maybe just the door?
Yeah, maybe check the door.
When I went for help and the crewman forced the door open, this bolt had been firmly closed.
It's quite a small bolt. No, it's not. And not particularly sturdy. And it just slides across to secure the door shut.
What do you mean a small bolt?
It's like a humongous bolt. It's so big. But still, with the door bolted, there would be no way to get in or out of the cabin. That's for sure.
Bro, that's the size of my arm.
This bolt is humongous.
Also, what's up, Kidangus? I don't think I said hi. Hello.
It's no wonder everyone suspects me. When she glares at me like that, I feel tense all up and down my spine.
That was a weird sentence.
I remember reading once in a detective novel, the culprit used a needle and thread to draw a bolt across from outside the room in a situation like this.
What?
Yes, that's a clever trick, isn't it? I'm an avid reader of detective stories myself.
Nerd.
But the door of this cabin and its frame are made of metal, and they seal together perfectly. There would be no possibility of using that needle and thread trick here, I'm afraid.
What about that vent, though? The vent? Hello?
When she glares at me like that, I feel pins and needles all up and down my spine.
I need water. Oh!
Oh, look over there.
Oh, the crewman, do you mean? He wasn't there before, was he?
Is that the murderer?
That's what I thought.
No, I'm pretty sure the murderer is that ballerina. That's all I'm saying.
Why don't we try talking to him?
Probably because I'm likely to get yelled at again. But I suppose I could try.
She's not glaring at you. She's looking right the fuck through you. Hang on a second. I got something in my throat.
Sorry, must have got a toenail caught in my throat.
How dare you? You want me to die?
I was like, I should wait. I'm not going to.
Hello?
Is that?
Is something wrong, Naruhodo-san?
Oh, no. It's just that crewman standing by the door. I can't help feeling like I've seen him somewhere before.
Oh, yes, you're right. He does look familiar. Excuse me, sir.
This go you.
Yes? What can I do for you?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait, it is you. What do you... Bro. I mean, I know why you're here, but, you know.
I recognize that face, but it can't be. It is.
Oh, hi, Ran. That's not old bag.
I didn't know you were here, Inspector Hosonaga.
Hello again.
Those glasses are just evil. He's just a Magane.
What are you doing here?
I didn't trust him because he's a cop, but...
I think that should be my line.
Wouldn't he technically be the gumshoe? Is he like the gumshoe of this game?
No. When you get to Britain, you'll meet the gumshoe.
Oh,
Game.
fair enough.
Yeah.
We're not
He's
even
like
in
he's
Britain
like
yet.
Japan's gumshoe right now.
That's fair, yeah.
But Britain has different.
Like a new cast or whatever. That would make sense because
there's a different judge for Britain as well.
Oh hell yeah.
So, yeah. I was so stunned when I saw you. My heart stopped.
Nearly stopped, I hope.
What, are you gonna blame that on me too?
I received some special orders to go undercover as a member of the crew and board this ship. Again?
I wonder why.
You certainly seem to enjoy undercover work, Inspector.
If there's anything I could do to help you, please ask.
Get me out of this fucking room, my guy.
Yeah, uncuff me.
Yeah. Yo, what's up, Cynthia? How's it going?
I never expected to see this man on board.
Really?
But perhaps his presence can help me out of this hopeless situation.
Hey, yo, you got a bobby pin or something? Like...
Or just the keys?
Yeah, that works too.
So, what are your special orders this time, Inspector?
Bet it has something to do with that tiara.
Yes, and why are you dressed as a member of the crew?
Well, that was a dumb question.
Yeah, you shouldn't have asked that. Don't answer that shit. It's way too dumb to answer.
Like, why do you think? He's undercover.
Yeah. It's like, why are you in disguise as an undercover operative? Just wear a shirt that says cop. I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. I take full responsibility. For what? My orders were to act as Asogi-san's bodyguard.
Oh, that is not why I thought you were here, but you definitely failed.
It was Minister of Justice Jigoku who pushed for this overseas study tour to go ahead. And he entrusted me with ensuring that Asogi-san reached Great Britain without being assassinated.
Wow, you specifically failed at that.
Like big time failed.
Like
real bad.
Like the one thing you were supposed to do, you did not do.
You had 2 jobs and you did one of them, which was put on a sailor outfit. And then the other job was to not let him be killed.
Like, I would argue that this is just the job. The undercover part just comes under that umbrella. This is the one job, and you did not do it. What's up, Jeep? I'm also broke. Everybody's broke. I'm broke. We're all broke together.
Assassinated? How could that have been a possibility? He's dead?
He's dead? What? And you're being framed for... What did you... Ryunosuke, he's definitely Phoenix's ancestor. That's such a Phoenix question. Oh my god.
I'm not sure. But these are complicated times. There are tensions between the world's greatest powers.
Yeah.
Minister Jigoku said we should be prepared for all eventualities. This is incredible.
I don't believe it. Kazuma-sama was assassinated?
I'm guessing they just mean instead of murder.
Like a specifically targeted by an assassin.
Like they knew he was going to get murdered.
Yeah. Obviously, we couldn't give Asogi-san a visible security escort because reason. Because that would that might deter the assassination.
Yeah, that might deter somebody from killing him. Like, huh?
Which is why I'm undercover now, posing as one of the crew.
And that's why you specifically failed. Like, if you could have just been in here.
Yeah.
What?
No, they can't know we're protecting him, because then I die. So then they're like, oh, we need to kill the bodyguard first. And then we get to kill Kazuma. And I don't want to die, so I went undercover.
That's a bitch move, I gotta say. Oh my god, you're so right, Cadangus. That is true. Like, the minute that I became broke, all of my audio equipment decided to go, like on the fritz. Like, these headphones are not doing so great. I'm like, these are my only studio headphones. Like, my other ones don't work that well.
Oof.
That's just how it goes.
I see.
I didn't take my eyes off him the entire time we've been on board, from morning until night, every day, except
for the time he was murdered.
Except for the time he was murdered. But I never imagined it would happen here inside.
Also, all the times that we were fucking.
Not here on the first class.
Bro, what do you mean?
I should have known. It sounded like he was being tortured. The screams I heard from.
Next question. Next question.
Skip. I failed miserably at my assignment, and Asogi-san is dead as a result. I'm a disgrace. All I can do is humbly apologize. Well, he did apologize.
Yeah, all right, no worries.
Yeah, you know what? Water under the bridge.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, Inspector.
Just don't let it happen again.
If there's anything at all that I can do to help now, just say the word.
Handcuffs?
Please? Get me out of the handcuffs? We're doing what we can to investigate Kazuma's death ourselves. I thought you might be. You didn't do it, did you? You're not the killer?
Bro.
Of course not!
What kind of question? If you were worried about him being assassinated...
You're wearing handcuffs. Also, he didn't know you were on board.
I mean, yeah. But still...
We'd really like to
it's a
investigate the
fair
cabin
question.
next door.
Wait,
I
what?
feel like it's a fair question.
I guess, but it's like, you know me. We were
He
friends.
doesn't know you that well. He knows you from the context of one case where you didn't murder someone. That doesn't mean you're forever
I know,
incapable
but
of murder.
It just
It's like,
seems
well, you didn't
so...
murder that one guy, so it'd be weird if you started murdering all of a sudden.
It just seems so blatantly obvious that Ryunosuke is just not capable, not up to it.
It's like, what if also Naga thinks double jeopardy is like, well, he was acquitted of murder once, so he can't be charged for murder ever again. Of all future people, not just the same person, which is how that law
I don't even know how, if like they have double jeopardy. I know they have the thing where if you commit a crime like under a certain age, once you become an adult, they'll expunge your record for you, no matter what it is. They just got rid of that law a few years ago. There were so many instances of like teens committing murders and stuff. Not like there wasn't like an epidemic or something, but it was like
hella teens just murdering.
But there were just so many like cases of murders that did happen by underage people that like they don't release their photos and names to the public because they're underage. And then, like, their records just get wiped. And it's like, bro!
It's like, bro, they did a murder.
They did a murder! Anyways, we'd really like to investigate the cabin next door.
Yes, so we need to be allowed out of this cabin. Oof. Ooh, I'm sorry.
You said if you could do
anything.
anything.
That's like the one thing.
Bro,
I
what
can't.
good are you?
What? You've been deemed a risk to the ship's safety.
Where am I gonna go if I kill the crew? Seriously.
It's not! That's not how they work!
I know.
They want to prevent more murders. They're not just like, well, he's gonna die too, so we should just let him do whatever the fuck he wants.
But I'm like, it should just be like, a smart person would not murder the crew if they wanted to get out of here. I don't know, man.
If you move to even touch the handle of the cabin door.
This fucking guy.
That stormy-looking seaman there would surely snap your neck in two.
Duh.
Yeah, I'd do it.
I would do it without hesitation. How are you feeling about Susato? Oh, I love her.
I suppose I'm not just a stowaway now. I think I'm a murderer as well.
What? No way. What?
Would it be possible to give me something to work with, do you think? I'm gonna need something persuasive. Gun.
Yeah. Or, there's a sword right there.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
If I had a solid reason why the next door cabin should be investigated, for example, I'd do everything I could to persuade the captain to allow it. Really, I'd lay my life on the line if I had to.
You'd better.
But I don't see how.
There may be a way.
What? Really?
Think of how you tried to persuade me of your innocence, Naruhodo-san. By presenting me with a piece of evidence that you already had in your possession.
Evidence?
It's just the same as when you're in court. You must have done it many times during your trial. You couldn't have forgotten already how this game works. You know, the present panel? I don't think I've ever seen this in Case 2 before.
It's talking about specifically in the context of investigation. Using
Oh,
present.
right, because the first case you don't. Okay, yeah, all right, that's fine. I get it.
So, evidence that would give us a viable reason to investigate the next door cabin, is it? Alright, yes. I think I might know what we can use.
All right, well, let's see. You don't have to do that. I mean, if I'm using the same thing as her, it would be the paper seal, but...
She just means that you presented something to her.
Yeah.
You need to present a reason why you want to investigate the next door cabin.
Yeah, there was nothing here, I don't think. This was just about...
The murder.
Definitely the murderer. Oh, probably this.
Yeah, it feels like it. Probably that.
Wait, fuck.
Well, you only went to the court record part. You still gotta hit present.
Yeah. This one.
What's that?
I was really expecting to take that. Come on, man.
That's not how it fucking works in investigation.
I still wanted it.
Shut up. It's Kazuma's diary. Sorry, I was aggressive.
Hey, fuck you.
Oh, man.
Can't believe you've done this.
Just before he died, Kazuma-sama wrote something rather strange in his diary.
Strange? In what way?
He wrote, "What looks like some kind of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill."
A speckled band? That is strange.
How do you not recognize, like, a snake thing? Or whatever.
Without the head.
I guess?
Yes, we're still trying to work out what he meant by that. But what I'd like to know is... Also, you don't expect a snake on a boat. Don't tell me. The ventilator, is it?
I just mean, like, if you've ever seen a snake moving,
Yeah,
it seems very much like a living thing.
Yeah. Weird Al Skibidi Toilet.
You're very astute, Inspector.
It zooms in, there's such a snake like,
Yeah, like, hey! It's like, oh, maybe it's that.
That ventilator clearly joins the next door cabin. That's right, so if we can investigate in there, we might be able to work out what the speckled band was.
I'm still not sure if it's going to be literally a snake or not.
Alright then. Oh?
But I feel like you would notice if it was a living snake.
I can't leave this cabin at the moment.
Huh?
I'm stuck here until we arrive at the next port. The captain has given me strict orders to guard the scene of the crime, you see. I'll have to entrust the investigation to you.
Really? You're willing to do that?
Yes, as long as you don't leave the first-class cabin area. I'm afraid I can't remove those handcuffs, though.
Damn it.
Fuck, shit. But what about the captain? Are you going against his direct orders? I'm a man of my word. And I promise you that I'll lay my life on the line if that's what it takes to convince the captain.
The captain's like, okay.
Okay,
Hang on.
bang! After all, I failed to keep Asogi-san safe. This is the least I can do.
Yeah, you definitely fucked up here.
Thank you.
Let's seize the moment then, Naruhodo-san.
Yeah, select move, and then we can go.
We can get the fuck out of here. Let's see what we can find out.
Okay, but what about the Russian
Yeah, listen,
guy?
that guy is told to fuck off.
It's like, excuse me.
She's just gonna slide
Yeah,
right
just
past
gonna-
you. Oh, okay, murderer, do that. Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's okay.
That's not a problem to me.
No. Do whatever you like, I guess.
Oh, I guess if suspicious Japanese men say it's okay, just do whatever you want.
Yes.
Also, other Japanese person. Finally out of that cabin.
Oh, hey, cheese! Let me just grab some.
I have to admit, this isn't quite what I was expecting. It's less spacious out here than I thought it would be. And this is the most luxurious accommodation.
It's a boat, my guy. I don't.
It's a fucking boat.
Boats are crazy now,
Boats-
though. So like, I
Boats
don't know.
are crazy, but like back
then, I
even
don't-
when I was young, like we went on a cruise once, and they're like, "All right, here's the world's smallest room," and I'm like, "Oh," and it's like, "Yeah, you and your sister and your brother will be in this room."
In this tiny ass room.
Yeah.
I've never been on a cruise.
It's literally like, here's a closet, and then they had like the space for the beds like carved into the sides, so you had space to
Bro,
walk down and then
yikes.
go into the bed, and that was it. And I'm like, huh? And then my parents just had like a dope ass room. I'm like,
That's fucked up.
I'm like, this is bullshit.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Kazuma-sama was being sent on this study tour by the government. That's why he was being put up in a first-class cabin. Even still, this is about twice as large as my accommodation in the steerage. It's literally just like a closet.
I'm dead. Really? That must be awful.
Oh no, Ran, I didn't know you were on the Titanic. But yeah, I've seen pictures of boats now that have like entire malls in them and shit.
That's
like
crazy.
boats are nuts now.
Oh, look over there. That's another crewman keeping watch. And he looks enormous, even if he is sitting down.
Ah, yes, heavy weapons guy.
It is
I love
heavy.
that there's a triangle just so you can see his navel.
Yeah.
I respect it. He's definitely serving some serious looks right now.
The door next to him leads to the second-class accommodation. I suppose he's making sure no one comes in here who shouldn't.
I suppose, like people in handcuffs.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, like a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Naruhodo-san, you look like a little boy visiting a toy shop for the first time. I would have thought you'd be used to the ship by now. We've been at sea for 2 weeks already.
I've been living in that wardrobe. Well, yes, I know, but the thing is, I was inside Kazuma's trunk when I first came aboard. And ever since then, I've been shut up inside that little wardrobe.
Must have been a very trying time for you.
Please, don't give me that pitying look.
She does give like dog energy. She's got like a puppy face. She's just like. It's the head tilt.
Yeah, head tilt is
I love
very-
when dogs do
Dog
that.
in the head tail is the
It's
best.
so cute.
Just grr.
Hang on, I want to know what this is.
That's a huge book on top of the table there, and there's a pen next to it.
Yes, that looks like the ship's log.
Shall we have a little look through it?
Are we allowed?
That guy didn't seem to stop you.
I guess. She's so puppy. I think it's her hair kind of reminds me of little doggy ears too. The little dog, flappy doggy
little,
ears.
Flat like a beagle's ears.
Yeah.
The writing is so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded.
You wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting. What that's supposed to mean?
Yeah. What do you mean by that?
What that's supposed to mean, huh? What, just 'cause I'm big strong, you can't have good handwriting? And nothing, no reaction at all. I thought he might appreciate the compliment.
My guy is 1,000 miles away. He is thinking about something else. I don't.
Think about the titty.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not sure that rough and ready is much of a compliment, Naruhodo-san. Even to a sailor.
I mean, I would want to be described as rough and ready.
Yeah.
Isn't that the name of a town in California? I think it is.
What, rough and ready?
Yes, I think Rough and Ready is literally the name of a town in California.
Anyway, last night's log is mostly blank.
Presumably that means there was nothing to report.
Ugh. This thing in my throat needs to go away. Oh, I wanted to yell into the thing. I always wanted to do that.
Go to jail.
Hello.
This looks like a plan of the SS Buria. It shows each deck. Look.
The Buria is a large-scale steamship with a triple-skinned hull. What a marvel of engineering.
Well, it's been playing on my mind for a while now, actually, but how is it that such a huge lump of metal doesn't just sink to the bottom of the... Oh.
It's complicated, man.
Oh, that's a lot that goes into this shit, my guy.
Oh, well, that's really quite simple, Naruhodo-san.
It is?
No.
It's
Well,
called Read a Book, dumbass.
consider the Japanese archipelago.
The islands of Japan?
That's what I said. Yes, well, they're not metal, but they are enormous lumps of earth, many, many times larger than this ship. And they don't sink, do they? They've been floating happily on the sea since the gods created them.
Oh, honey.
Oh. Well, I suppose so.
Oh.
End of
discussion. I was like, suspicious. One light is out.
He doesn't like it too bright.
That's fair.
That's the way to the second-class area of the ship.
You can't go there.
Is something wrong?
I was thinking about making a run for
Bro!
it. Just for a moment. What the fuck? Things aren't exactly going well for me.
Where are you gonna run to?
The buffet.
Fair enough.
I might be wrong, but I imagine the moment you reach the handle of the door, that burly seaman would surely shoot you dead.
Duh.
Can you say hell yes?
We murdered you like the big baby you are.
Oh dear, I'm sorry. Perhaps I went a little too far there.
Net, I would definitely kill you dead.
No, I started with my talk of running away. And there's no way I could run away while Kazuma's death remains a mystery anyway.
I just can't get over that pose. Like, he's so great.
Excuse me, but could I ask you something? You little stowaway murderer? That wasn't a good start, was it?
Alright. Let me try instead. Good day, Mr. Sailor. I'm so sorry to trouble you, but could I perhaps ask something of you?
You little third-class lady's maid?
Wow, misogynist too. Okay. Oh.
You seem to have caught this sailor on a bad day, Susato-san.
Yeah, he's pissed about something, I guess.
I'm not sailor. My mother gave me name. I am senior crewman Beef Stroganoff.
Oh my god! Ace Attorney!
Hell yeah, motherfucker.
That might be one. It's up there. That might be one of my top 10 favorite
man's name
names.
is Beef Stroganoff.
I fucking love this guy.
Oof, the best thing is just to avoid eye contact, I think.
With Beef Stroganoff? You gotta be kidding. This guy rules. No.
Dead Man's number one.
Yeah, nothing will
but you
ever
also don't
top
get to
Dead
talk
Man.
to Dead Man. They're just
He's
dead.
dead, yeah. Yeah, Dead Man is like the best name.
Mr. Stroganoff, about this first-class cabin area. Here we are in the finest part of Buria steamship, for very important persons. What sort of very important persons? Government officials, kings and queens traveling in secret, many important persons. That is why I'm always guarding this place. Gosh, that's amazing. But somehow I let stupid stowaway inside.
Oh, we've hurt his pride.
I want to pick you up and throw you in the ocean, but Stroganoff is not animal.
Hell yeah.
Thank you?
This guy rules.
If I may, I was wondering, is the cabin next to Mr. Osogi's currently occupied?
Duh! Susato-san, did you understand that?
That's the easiest Russian word to understand.
It sounded like, duh. I think it's probably Russian for yes. Or no.
That's true. That could be either one.
Genius. It is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation. Well, it sounds like there's somebody in the next door cabin at least.
Yes. It's tantalizing.
Let me in. Let me in!
Are you on watch here all the time, Seaman Stroganoff?
No, I hate my brain. I see.
I mean, that's why I said it like that. Duh, all time. So criminals like you cannot come in or get out.
Oh, that was...
Seaman who?
Oh, fuck. I wonder, could you tell us anything about last night at all?
Well, I was eating some semen stroganoff.
Let him come.
It is said about student boy. Were you on watch last night as well? Of course. And did you notice anything at the time? Anything unusual? Niet! I think that's niet.
I don't think it's written like that, is it?
I don't fucking know how it's written. So is that the sound? Did you understand that?
It was clearly a no!
I saw nothing unusual. Nothing at all.
Okay, I guess it is written that way. I don't know the Russian alphabet.
You didn't hear any strange noises? Or sense anything was wrong? Why are you looking away from me all of a sudden?
Oh,
Hello?
no. Damn.
Hello, kid.
Your eyelashes, though. You got some real long bottom lashes.
Could you... Hello, over here, sorry. Eyes down here. I said no! Ah, sorry! I'm not so sure. I could have sworn that he wouldn't catch my eye for a moment there. Could you tell us who's traveling in the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's?
I bet the snake is his. He seems like an animal guy.
His name is Mr. Grimsby Roylott. He is very important Western gentleman.
That sounds like a real name.
A Western gentleman? Do not think about it. He has nothing to do with murder of student boy. How can you be so sure about that? Mr. Roylott is authentic Western gentleman. Such a man would have no interest in lowly student from insignificant Far East Island. That was harsh.
Why? Why Stroganoff?
Could you tell us when Mr. Roylott came aboard?
Not your business.
Bruh. Hello?
Come to think of it, even though we've been at sea for 2 weeks now, and I've been in Cosmo's cabin the entire time, I've never once heard anything from the next door cabin, or even felt like there's anyone there. Shoplifting.
Shoplifting?
Well, presumably, since this gentleman is occupying one of the first class cabins, he must be rather important. Is that right?
That is not your business.
Come on, man.
How about you go fuck yourself? This is enough. I cannot say more now. Oh. It is time for me to report to Captain. You must return to cabin. Yes, alright.
No.
Bulkhead to second class area, staying locked at all times. Did you escape when the lobster whistles on top of the mountain? Or as English say, when the pigs fly.
Is that a real saying in Russia?
I hope so. That sounds rad.
Because that's awesome.
That sounds rad.
When the lobster whistles on top of the mountain.
Yes, I understand.
I need to know the context behind that.
You know how often lobsters are climbing on mountains, brother.
Still, I'm just like, where did this originate from?
It's not even just that a lobster climbed the mountain, it's that it then also whistled. It's like,
What the fuck?
they were like, oh man, that'll happen when a lobster climbs a mountain. It's like, I mean, that could happen. It's like, what? No, lobsters don't climb mountains. It's like, yeah, but just think, like, theoretically, I suppose it could. It's like, fine, he's also whistling up there, all right? He's also going to the top of the mountain and he's whistling. He can't do that now, can he?
I'm like,
it's a dumbass lobster.
It's got to either be some kind of folklore thing or some kind of fun wordplay thing.
Good. Now we can investigate the area properly. Shall we?
Definitely.
Now can I look at this? No. It's bothering me that it's out.
The book.
We already looked at it, though.
That book on the table there really is huge. There's a pen with it, too. Yeah, but it said it wasn't checked.
Yeah, weird.
I'm sure that's the ship's log that we already looked at.
Try a little look through it. We just... Beep boop.
The writing is so neat and precise.
We saw this. You wouldn't expect a beak of a boop boop.
Anyway, oh, look here. Last I saw was mostly blank.
Oh, okay. Nothing to report.
Nothing to report. Okay.
What the hell? Did we just miss the check mark?
I think it's just because he wasn't there anymore, so technically it's omitting some dialogue, because there was some dialogue about him not reacting to the fact that you called him, like, rough and ready.
Still a bit strange.
That is a little bit strange.
Alright, now let's... No, okay, well, that's fine, too, but I wanted to look at that mousetrap.
This is it. This is the cabin next to ours. The one the ventilator connects to.
Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma-sama wrote that he saw a speckled band emerging.
Maybe whoever's in this cabin can help solve that particular mystery. Well, let's ask.
No answer. We're out of luck, it seems. There's no one in there to help with our inquiries.
How annoying.
Oh, D-pad, that's right.
D-pad.
Cheese?
Ah, a trap for catching mice.
Yes, we have plenty of those back home in Japan. Although, they seem to be using a lump of chalk or something as bait. That's cheese.
Let me see. Yes, I think that's what's called cheese. It's made from the milk of cows.
Did Japan not have cheese? Cheese? I wonder what that tastes like.
You know...
Maybe they did?
I don't know. Because, like, there a lot of Japanese dishes and stuff, like, they don't really have cheese.
They don't really have cheese.
And, like, agriculturally, I mostly know of, like, rice farms and stuff, but, like, not a whole lot of ranching. Or, like... I'm just thinking about...
But they do?
I mean...
I guess maybe I don't know if they have milk or not.
I don't know.
Because...
Quick, people from Japan...
Wasn't that prevalent and was used for the upper class. Well,
yeah, I could
be upper
see
class,
that.
So... That would track.
Yeah, I could see that. At least at that time. Yeah, yeah. It's strange, though, that they have one of these traps out instead of just getting a bunch of cats. That's what boats used to do all the time.
Boats just have hella cats.
Hella cats.
Just be like, yeah, cats will get them.
You can't eat it, Naruhodo-san. The trap will snap shut on your fingers.
Really? But... I suppose you're right.
It's probably all hard by now, too.
You know, that cheese sucks.
You weren't actually going to try it, were you?
All I've had to eat for the past couple of weeks is Kazuma's leftovers. You don't know how hungry I've been in that wardrobe.
Oh, poor you. I'll find a little snack for you later.
Aww.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
What do you think this is? It's a very pleasing shape, isn't it?
That's the emergency alarm. It's probably best not to touch it.
Looks like
as
we're
he's touching it, yeah.
Ooh, an alarm.
It says, press only in times of emergency. It looks as though it sets alarm bells ringing all over the ship. And brings the vessel to a complete stop.
Oh, this I have
what
to see.
What are you doing, Naruhodo-san? You can't touch it! I just said!
This is an emergency situation. Just look at these handcuffs.
You know full well that's not what the alarm is for. If you were to bring this vessel to a standstill for no good reason, you'd be in an even worse situation.
Wish everything would just stop. This ship included.
I want to get off Mr. Bones' wild ride.
If you have to do something foolish, at least make it something that doesn't affect everyone else.
Oh!
What was that? It came from inside the cabin.
Such a high-pitched scream. It must have been a woman.
You're presuming. Stand
I
aside!
think this might be wholesome. Oh no, it's...
Oh, it's Sholmes!
I'm about to break the door down.
Mr. Sholmes!
I shan't be stopped. When the fit is on me, I revel in kicking doors off their hinges.
Please, wait, Mr. Sholmes. The door doesn't appear to be bolted.
It doesn't? Then how the deuce can I dispatch this muscular urge? What, pray, can I kick? I think we should go in. There's no time to think about stress relief.
I mean, you could still kick the door if you wanted to.
Yeah, but he wanted to, like, kick a bolted door down. He just doesn't want a regular kick a door down.
Understandable. This is definitely a real person that is not wearing a disguise.
It's you.
Who are you? I mean, who are you?
A Western gentleman? This man looks Russian to me. We heard a woman scream.
Woman, don't be absurd. As you can see, there's nobody but me in this cabin. Nobody but me. Nope, not another person.
They are still Russian.
Oh.
Just to let you know.
Oh, okay.
They are still Russian. True, this old man does appear to be the only person in here. But in that case, who just screamed?
Get out, all of you, now.
Please excuse the intrusion, but you're Mr. Grimsby Roylott, I believe? Grimsby?
Oh, yes, that is my very real name. And you are?
I'm the one and only, the actual Herlock Sholmes. You've heard of me, no doubt?
No.
Just no. I'm a great detective among great detectives, one who adorns the covers of popular magazines, no less. So I assure you, you may trust me completely.
I fucking love this idiot.
The man uses that magazine like a business card.
I mean, it is a good business card. Detective. I do not trust detectives.
We distinctly heard a scream emanating from within these walls. But there wouldn't appear to be a lady concealing herself within the wardrobe this time.
The only place anyone could ever hide.
Yeah, only in wardrobes. So might I be so bold as to ask you to open that small traveling case?
What? Don't be stupid. How could anyone fit in a small trunk like that?
Well, it's quite fashionable these days, is it not? Traveling inside one's trunk?
Who the hell could fit in the...
Don't look at me. I mean, I think there's somebody in that trunk, bro.
Did you see that, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes, the case just shook.
Ran, I could fit in there. Maybe.
The tiny guy from Cave Story can fit in there.
That's true. Leave, now! Otherwise, I will call the steward!
So this is Kazuma's neighbor, Mr. Grimes. Is it Grimesby?
Grimesby?
Grimesby Roylott?
Grimesby, yeah.
Grimesby Roylott? There's no doubt about it. This strange Russian man is hiding something.
Why are you waving scissors around also?
I was doing art and craft.
Yeah. Yes, art and craft. I love.
Scrapbook?
Yes.
I couldn't agree more. Let's see if we can find some clues before that burly sailor returns.
This is reminding me of Vincent from BoJack Horseman, the Mr. Business guy, the kid in the trench coat.
I
did a business.
It's Vincent. It's like Vincent Business or whatever.
Yeah, Vincent Businessman or something.
Yeah, some shit like that. And then for the rest,
Adult man.
Yeah, it's adult.
Vincent Adult Man.
Yeah, it's Vincent Adult Man. And
I went to the business factory.
Yeah.
I did a business.
yeah, and then for the rest of the series, they're just a character. I think they get a girlfriend at one point.
They date Princess Carolyn
Yeah.
for a while. And Princess Carolyn is just like, yes, you are definitely an adult man. And has like a real adult like fight over their relationship.
Yeah.
And Bojack is just like, hello?
Those are 3 kids in a trench coat, and their hands are like a broom.
Oh my god, that's such a good bit.
Mr. Roylett, we'd like to talk to you about something.
No,
Oh.
I do not want to talk. Leave my cabin now.
Ugh, this is going terribly.
We're not getting anywhere here.
I agree, but there may be someone else who can help. Perhaps that great detective could get somewhere with Mr. Roylett.
Just gremlin energy. He's just like me for real.
Mr. Roylett, we'd like to talk to you about something. Nope.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, it's going like this. It's one of these.
Yeah, it's one of these.
Hey, Curly.
It's one of these. There he is.
Just like me.
Do you have a moment, please, Mr. Sholmes? You need only address me as Sholmes. That's what I just did, isn't it? You did say Mr. Sholmes.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, Mr. Sholmes, what were you doing in there? Why, I was resting, of course.
Resting?
Indeed, I was contemplating our sea voyage from the confines of the wardroom whilst waiting. Waiting for the inevitable time that you would need to call my great powers of detection into service.
This fucking guy. Yeah, he's the most eccentric character in the series. I knew you'd love him. It's just... It's not fair. He embodies all the things that I love about characters.
She's the
Not all of them, but a lot of them.
She's pretty great.
Oh,
It would seem that the hour is upon us now. The time has come. Am I mistaken?
Tetsuya Nomura designed his fit. It needs more zippers.
We would need more zippers and more belts. He just
Yeah.
has one belt.
It just looks like
because
because he's
2 belts.
like
he's got like
super.
a harness belt and a regular belt.
Yeah, well, there are belts in his sleeves as well,
Oh, that's true.
and he has the oh fuck, I'm a tailor. I should know the name
You gotta know
of
the name
those
that,
things.
brother.
I don't right now. The thing that goes over the front of his jacket. There's a word for it. I don't remember.
Button bridge.
A button bridge. Okay, that's not what it's called, but it should
It's
be.
just a little button bridge. Look at it go.
My brain is like, gusset. That's not a gusset. Dumbass.
I've never heard the word gusset in my life, so you're like, yeah,
show you a
dumbass, that's not a gusset. And I'm like, haha, yeah, relatable, brother. Well, no, actually, you're spot on for once. Observe closely. Our Russian host in this cabin, Mr. Roylott, is clearly trying to hide something.
Yeah. What gave you that idea? Was it the paper sticking out of the pocket?
His-
Or the scissors?
Scissors and
Or
pen.
what?
Do you know what is the most effective weapon to use against a Russian hiding a secret?
Wait. Just Russians specifically?
Yeah, only a Russian. This only works on Russians.
Here, gussets are like panels of fabric that are in
Okay,
between
I
other.
get it,
yeah.
I get it. Why, the truth, of course. Though it should be pointed out that such methods are not exclusively for Russians.
I was hoping by looking that up that I might come across one of those charts that has a
that
bunch of
has,
different
like, a bunch
things.
of this shit?
Yeah, because they exist, and I was like, I want to know. I'll look it up later.
Right.
Anyways, is the answer alcohol?
Can you imagine how the Russian will react when the secret he guards so closely is exposed? Would you like to witness it?
oh yes, please.
Well then, what you are about to see may well astound you. For I am about to apply my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case.
I can't wait.
This is...
You go, girl. Give us nothing.
Oh, you will love this. Could this man be a more hackneyed portrayal of a dubious Russian, I ask you?
What?
From time to time, it occurs to me. Is the fellow dubious on account of his Russianness, or Russian on account of his dubiousness? I really don't think either of those things should be occurring to you, or anyone.
Yeah. That's right. And Mr. Sholmes, I know this man's beard and dark glasses are hard to ignore, especially on first meeting, but I once read, it is a capital mistake to theorize before you have all the evidence. It biases the judgment.
Facts.
Shh! I must have complete silence.
Could this game have any more questionable stereotypes? Yes, it could, actually.
It could.
If it wanted to, it certainly could. What? What are you doing? Why are you peering at my face like that?
Ah, just as I thought. Yes, I've quite made up my mind now.
He's doing a Benedict Cumberbatch. Hmm?
There could be no other explanation that accommodates all the facts. Mr. Roylett, I've reached two incontrovertible conclusions.
What? What do you mean?
Number one, your true identity is that of a villain. Using those shears, you're about to end the existence of something most dear. Are you not?
Huh?
Grr.
Okay.
And number two, the other conclusion I have drawn. You are, at this very moment no less, in the midst of committing a most grievous crime. Beneath that beard, your mouth quivers with nervous tension as you realize you have been discovered. Does it not?
Just turns and stabs you.
Oh, shit!
Oh, Naruhodo-san! I never imagined I would witness one of Mr. Sholmes' great deductions with my own eyes!
That was a great deduction?
Nothing can deceive Mr. Sholmes. In a single glance, he can deduce all there is to know about a person.
What? What ineffable twaddle!
That's a great phrase.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I've read about it countless times in The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes.
Do not steal original character.
And now I've experienced the astonishing impact of his great deduction firsthand. This is like a dream come true!
She's such a fangirl.
Yeah. I can hardly believe it, but all the color is drained from Mr. Roylette's face. It looks like somehow both of Mr. Sholmes' conclusions were right.
How? How could you?
How could I possibly know such things, you wish to say? Very well, then. I shall elucidate. I shall explain how it was that I arrived at this pair of conclusions.
Isn't it eludicate?
It might be elucidate.
I don't know for sure.
So do I cordially invite you upon a journey of logical discovery. Let us board the train of reasoning.
Choo-choo!
If it's elucidate, it's eludicate would have a D before the C.
Oh, yeah, you're right. My brain just went backwards. I'm not gonna eludicate. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, welcome.
This is stylish as fuck.
Oh, it gets, oh, you're gonna love this. So, the dubious-looking Russian Mr. Roylett obviously what catches the eye in the first place.
This is awesome.
Is the enormous pair of shears in your hand. Now we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement?
Those are gigantic scissors.
The answer, of course, is staring us in the face.
They actually look like dressmaker's shears.
You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. Now, moving on. question then begged is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of this magnificent beard, Mr. Roylett? Yeah, the question mark, like, huh?
Yeah, it's like, what?
Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. Oh. Regard, if you will, this morning's newspaper, in particular the fascinating front page article.
Bro, you just believe everyone is this guy.
Yeah, he blames everyone as being this dude.
If this guy really shows up, I want him to be like, nah, that's not him.
Which, it would appear, you have read also, Mr. Roylett. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary.
Huh?
I mean, to be fair, at least this guy looks closer to this
But like,
than you do.
bruh, but no, the
But-
nose.
No. It's not the same guy, but he does look closer.
Yes, that's true.
Because he blamed you as being this guy.
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
true. You definitely looks more
And-
like him than you did.
You're like, no, my head is not shaped like a banana. In translation, the headline reads, Revolutionary Violent Bolshevik Flees Russia via Shanghai.
Say that 5 times fast.
How about you go fuck yourself? As you cannot fail to observe, the subject of the article possesses an extremely copious beard. That's Fong. It does look like Fong. Having noted the article yourself, you decided to remove your incriminating facial hair before it gave you away. In short, your true identity is beyond doubt. You are the fearsome Russian revolutionary himself, Violent Bolshevik.
Bro, I love how confidently incorrect you are all the time.
My man is like just full throttle.
Yes, all the time.
Full throttle, I'm wrong.
Oh, Kyle! Hi, Kyle. How are you? Oh, man, it's been a while. How have you been?
Not been a while for me. I've seen Kyle around. Kyle hangs out in.
Wow, I guess I'll go fuck myself.
Kyle hangs
No,
out
I'm
in
just kidding. I'm
Slugstream.
kidding. You what?
Kyle hangs out in Slugstream.
Oh, hell yeah.
So.
That's what I mean when he said he has that branding
Not that
and
I've
energy.
heard of you myself, you understand?
Get ready because the whole game is Schultz being confidently wrong.
Yeah, this is them introducing this mechanic. This mechanic is in every case
I
thereafter.
love it.
Now, as for my second conclusion, you are at this very moment on the brink of committing a most grievous crime.
Grievous crime.
And the proof of this crime? Over there. Oh yes, Mr. Roylett. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. Almost every case. Oh yes, there's one case that doesn't do it hereafter.
Aww. Okay, but that's still rules.
It's because it's the first case of the second game.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
So there's 2 of them? Oh, I suppose so.
Oh, there's 2 of them. Slug is
The
my
first
other
case
older
of this-
sister. Nice. I love Slug.
There's 2 of them. Case 3 in this game? No, he still does it in case 3. Doesn't he?
I don't know.
Whatever. Now I assure you that I speak so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. I think he does. When?
Well, you can't specify when without spoilering.
I mean, he's around. This is just why I assume he does it. The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, that traveling case.
Huh?
It's time, I think, that the case be opened and its contents laid bare.
No, I refuse.
Oh. That sucks. What could you possibly be concealing inside, we ask? By my estimation. A young lady, perhaps?
I really
One slight enough to fit therein.
don't think anyone could fit in there, though. Like a person.
But it was moving.
That could be a mouse or a snake.
No, stop it.
I don't think that's a person in there.
Your head has blown.
Your head explode.
In this game, you wouldn't be able to control me, because you can't control me!
Oh man, that one's a classic.
Yeah.
Don't be absurd.
And what, pray, would be the identity of this young lady in the traveling case? Dear me. We are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless coup d'oil betrays you?
I don't
Coup d'oil?
I don't speak French.
It's coup de something, but I don't know how to pronounce the second half. Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer.
Oh, hell yeah. Good for you, Kyle. I hope y'all are happy together. Let me see that paper.
Yes, the reason you refuse to open your traveling case can equally be found in the pages of this newspaper. But there was another, most stimulating article. If we turn from the fleeing revolutionary to the back page.
So extra.
Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. Such a headline could lead us to but one conclusion. Your crime is that of abduction. And according to the article, the young lady's name is Nikolina Pavlova. This thus concludes Airlock Sholmes' great deduction of this Russian enigma, Elemensky.
Hey. I'm just gonna be using Elemensky for the rest of the fucking night now.
Suzato-san, that wasn't one of the great deductions I've been hearing so much about, was it?
Well, the stories are full of Mr. Sholmes' brilliant deductions, you know. But that did seem a little different somehow. I love how underwhelmed they are.
Excuse me, Mr. Sholmes, could you come over here a moment? Pray, what can I do for you? Bro, are you on crack? It's about your deductions. Would you mind?
He was just like, excellent deduction! I can't believe you noticed!
Not at all. Go on. Well, to start with, there's the newspaper article. I think we had the same discussion before, but...
You really can't identify people's faces for shit, can you?
These two men look nothing like each other. Ah, yes, I recall a discussion earlier, and at the time, I believe I told you to suck my dick from the back.
Shit! Okay, damn!
The man is a revolutionary, well able to revolutionize his own appearance.
That's not how that works! In fairness to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Willett does look more like this man than you do.
That's not the point.
Thank you.
And another thing, the part about him abducting the ballerina? Indeed, a truly startling revelation. At first glance, the case would appear too small to accommodate a young woman.
Yeah.
End of sentence.
But he revolutionized her appearance too.
Not just at first glance, it is too small, clearly. You'd be lucky to fit a 5-year-old child into that case.
Yeah.
Even if you pushed really hard and broke all their bones.
You probably could fit a 5-year-old into that case, though. Probably.
But you'd have to break their bones.
Yeah. I don't suppose the missing ballerina is a 5-year-old child, is she?
With no bones.
With no bones?
You mean you don't know? No, the young lady is 15. No, I didn't know. How could I? Gotta sub in boneless
Boneless kids.
Boneless kids. Can I have those?
Can I get those kids boneless, please? What's up, Foxy? Oh my god.
They're not boneless kids. They're just kid nuggets, okay?
We don't actually serve boneless kids here.
Yeah.
Only in bone kids.
Only bone in kids.
Yeah. Oh my god.
No
No longer permitted at the butchery.
Some years ago, I read something pertinent, I believe. A troop of men consuming vinegar daily in order to promote a certain litheness in their bodies.
That's not, okay.
Vinegar? For such a sour bunch, it would surely be simplicity itself to contort oneself into the confines of that small case.
Yeah, if you're like a small child who was also like a contortionist, then you could fit in there, sure.
There are pretty, like, they're like sort of contortionist kids that young.
Yeah,
that
the child
Most of-
clicker in The Last of Us, she scared the shit out of me. She's like a 7-year-old who actually can do shit like that.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they like made her fucking twist her fucking limbs around. Ugh.
I mean, it's like gymnasts are pretty flexible.
Yeah.
As well. So I remember my sister did gymnastics and she was pretty fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it's nuts. They're on
Don't
Cirque du
Cir-
Soleil.
Oh dear, you might be thinking of contortionists in the circus, Mr. Sholmes.
Ugh, this whole thing is turning into a circus.
Mr. Naruhodo, something's occurred to me about Mr. Sholmes' deductions just now. I think his powers of observation are, well, magical. His eyes cut to the heart of the matter almost instantly. It's just where he directs his attention and his logic that seems a little... shit.
Shit from a butt. Your idea of a little may be a little off itself, Miss Suzato.
It's just shit from a butt.
It's just fucking shit from a butt.
It's just one or two keywords in his deductions that seem to let him down. So I was wondering if we might perhaps tactfully switch them for alternatives. What do you think?
Switch some keywords in his deductions.
Yes, but very tactfully. I feel sure if we could do that, we'd unlock the true genius of Mr. Sholmes' great deduction.
Precisely the thought that I was going through my own mind.
I'm sure that was.
This man is a lot of work. At times, I wonder how anyone puts up with me.
Man, I kind of wish that him and Kazuma could have met, like, the interaction between the two of them. I kind of want to know how that would go.
It's not that funny. Ah, and you, my good fellow. Sorry? Take a moment to look at your wrists. My wrists?
Huh?
Grr.
Okay.
Where are your handcuffs?
Huh? How did... I thought they may hinder your ability to follow me on our dance of deduction. I don't believe it.
Mr. Sholmes, you are a marvel.
How did you do that without anyone noticing?
It could be full of Big Mac sauce.
That's true. The suitcase could be full of Big Mac sauce.
Although we did see the suitcase move, so what the fuck happened to that Big Mac sauce that made the case move?
What, your Big Mac sauce has never moved before?
When I worked at McDonald's, it never moved once.
Huh. That's strange.
Let me tell you, the McRib does move, though. And don't worry, I shall restore the shackles to your wrists when we're finished. I'm not worried. In fact, I'd rather stay like this.
Yeah, you can just forget about those. Keep them off. It's called special sauce for a reason.
So, let us begin. Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his Logic and Reasoning Spectacular.
Oh no, not logic and reason. This is so cool.
Yeah, this is a very fun part of the game. So, dubious looking Russian. Boop, 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 boop.
Okay.
So, of course, is staring us in the face. Even the red reason shoes
This.
cut away the copious beard.
I'm not sure. Would you really use shears like that to cut off a beard? I mean, you could.
Unless those are dressmaker shears, in which case you better fucking not.
You will kill yourself. I doubt that's something I'll ever have to worry about. It doesn't quite sit right with me, though.
It Doesn't seem to be sitting right with Mr. Roylet either.
Which means, I suppose, that the deduction is wrong.
Let's try to switch a keyword here, Naruhodo-san, and see if it helps matters.
Alright, but how?
I think we should start by taking a long, hard look at Mr. Roylet.
So let's just get that ass banned. I wonder if it's really his beard that he intended to use those shears on.
Exactly. If we do manage to find something that seems to fit the sense of Mr. Sholmes' deduction better,
Then what?
well, then I'll leave the rest in your capable hands, Naruhodo-san.
Why am I the one to do something about this? Well, anyway, let's see if there's anything we could even use to switch around in that last sentence. What exactly was Mr. Roylet really going to use those enormous shears for? You can rotate.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Wait, can I not? I can't move down. Only rotate.
You can, yeah. You hit a spot that you can rotate and look around. I would feel the answer is fairly obvious.
Doop.
What the? What's this?
It looks like a cascade of stunning golden locks. Girl, where's your wig cap? Hello?
Nah.
You're a ballerina,
Nah.
which means you perform
Nah.
on stage. Where's your wig cap at? Girl.
Stop it. No. The color is not the point. The point, well, that's sort of the point. The point is what's doing on the back of Mr. Roylet's head. And how is it growing out from underneath his thick black hair?
Guys. Wig caps weren't invented until 1907.
Damn.
Damn.
The Google.
We're only a
said
few
that.
years off. 1902 to 1907. That's not that far from now. Maybe this case is why.
Yeah. She invents them later.
Yeah. Yeah, but you can still. I've worn wigs without a wig cap before. It's uncomfortable, but you can do it. You just have to like maneuver your hair under the wig. It just makes it real bulky. But that hat would make it less noticeable. She's just not thinking straight, Ming. Also, why would you put it on first and then cut your hair?
She's a dumb 15-year-old. Cut her some slack.
All right. Well, yeah, but no, fuck it. Dumbass. Anyways, that's true. So it's stunningly beautiful and stunningly surprising.
Something's definitely not right here.
Oh,
Yeah, the X.
okay. Damn, you didn't have to break it.
You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the golden locks you sport.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
his face.
Ryunosuke, you can't do that. That's so... I
Now he gets really into it too.
love it.
Indeed, you have identified the precise detail I was intending to expose.
Sholmes.
Such lush golden hair certainly does not befit an old man. You're not a man at all. You're a woman. And judging from the length and sheen of your hair,
I mean, yes, but also, who's gonna have super long locks?
one's still very much in her youth.
Oh no. If only I'd managed to cut off my hair, no one would have suspected.
The question then begged is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of these magnificent locks? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. Sure needs no further clarification. Evidence that reveals your true identity is this article about the revolutionary.
What? Huh? Wait, but...
Yeah, so his other deduction doesn't change. They're two.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so it's always.
He's like, yes, you're right about that, but all my other things were correct.
We're right as fuck.
Changes nothing about my
Yeah.
conclusion.
Well, that was a shock. I know that old man was really a young woman in disguise. Did you?
It was kind of obvious.
What? Why are you staring at me like that?
Yes, it was a surprise. Naruhodo-san, You're enjoying this, aren't you?
She's like, why are you having so much fun?
Yeah.
Sorry?
You literally did like a little twirl.
You did a you like pointed. You did like, and then you pointed.
You look like you're in your element as you dance around the room deducting the facts with Mr. Sholmes. Or deducing, my bad.
I'm just doing what we agreed. I'm not having fun or anything.
Baka.
This is strictly business.
Yes, I understand. Say no more.
Well, anyway, let's focus on this next part of Mr. Sholmes' deduction, shall we? The evidence that he's picked out doesn't fit the facts at all now.
No, that's true. Given that Mr. Royalett is actually a woman.
Exactly. He, or rather she, can't possibly be this merciless revolutionary.
Well, she could, just a different one.
I suppose it's because the deduction as a whole has taken a different direction now.
Yes.
Let's switch the evidence for something else. Something that fits the facts as we now understand them.
For some reason, this woman needed to try to hide her true identity. I feel as though I've either read or heard about a young woman in a situation like that recently. That's crazy.
What? No way.
Alright, I'll do my best.
No way, I don't believe it.
How could this possibly happen? Kaboom! The evidence that reveals your true identity is, of course, the article about the ballerina. That's right. You've hit the nail on the head.
Part of my great plan all along, you see.
Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. A little bit, yeah. It appears we are finally able to address you by your true name. Yes, because your true identity is that of the Novovich Ballet's prima ballerina.
Just love how into it he is.
He's really into it. Miss Nikolina Pavlova. Ah! Oh, she's dead.
Oh, for real dead. Ellipses.
A little bit curly. It do be having more tutorials still yet to come.
Oh, she's pretty though.
She is pretty.
Oh, I love the lock that does like the little hook shape at the bottom. Oh, I'm so into that. Like the crescent moon design.
That earring
so
is dope
good.
too.
It's so dope. I would wear that.
Some Sailor Moon-like earring.
Yeah. You're right. My real name is Nina. I mean, Nikolina Pavlova. But please, I beg you, don't tell anyone.
She does look like Colleen, yes. Very, very similar, like a timid Colleen.
And now you've kidnapped yourself.
Yeah, this doesn't change either. On the brink of committing a most grievous crime. Over there. Oh yes, Miss Pavlova. I mean, taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see.
Oh, no.
And I assure you the eyes speak so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth.
She has Athena's earring 120 before Athena does.
Oh, it is kind of.
It is like that, yeah. Dude, I fucking love Athena.
And so we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, that traveling case, girl.
Okay.
This woman is the ballerina, and she's right in front of our eyes. So clearly she can't be inside that traveling case as well. Yeah, that's so very early on, because Kyle is an Earthbound speedrunner.
Yeah.
Very early on, Kyle started up a stream and said, "Hey, I'm gonna speedrun," but he just fell asleep on stream.
I remember that.
And so I literally cropped his face and made it into an emote.
I forgot that that was an emote.
So then now it's his affiliate emote.
That's amazing.
That was like
forever. Sleepy
forever.
Kyle.
Yeah.
Sleepy Kyle is like, I remember Sleepy Kyle.
Sleepy Kyle.
I mean, it was many, many years ago, but I remember.
It was like very early on when I first started running, so this was back in 2015, 2016-ish.
Yeah. That's awesome. What does it say next to? Is it those are just Z's? I can't see.
Yeah, this is me, by the way, Kyle.
Yeah, it's Daniel.
You dumb bitch.
Wait, speaking of which, I have to pee really bad, so hang on a moment. Y'all hang out with Daniel for a second.
Okay, what's up, motherfuckers?
I can't stop pissing. I keep drinking water like crazy.
Shut the fuck. Oh, I'm very excited for Kemi to get farther into this game. That's Daniel. No. Go piss. You doing the names and things. I mean, I haven't streamed in a hot minute. My only streaming really involves guest appearing on this stream, which I appear often enough that Kemi put me into like the bio section because we are best friends. So yeah, good streams always have a nice piss break. I know there's so many things I need Kemi to see. There's a lot in this game. I mean, Watashi Machine was always like, you know, it's Kemi and Sid, like it's an ensemble. So it was always like, yeah, I just appear in it sometimes as well. It's sort of like a group thing. And like we don't do this for money or anything. It's like, yeah, they have a part, like a affiliate button and stuff like that, but it's not like this is, you know, a thing we're doing full time or making content or anything like that. So it just goes to the house. What do you mean wait? What do you mean wait? I ain't gonna wait. I ain't wait for nobody. There are people that stream for money. Boy, are there. And boy, do they make a lot of money, depending on who they are. Yes. Well, I mean, we initially, like, when I first met them, we weren't real life friends. We became friends online, and then I moved here.
Yeah.
Now I am.
You
here.
lived here for a little while, for a minute.
Yeah, I did live in this house very briefly in between places while I was like working on getting a different place.
Yeah. But he comes on stream now like all the time, especially like right now because we're playing through this together.
Yeah.
And I want to pick Earthbound up again sometime in the future, and Daniel's gonna coach me because I'm sure I suck ass now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna yell at you a bunch.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I wasn't the super greatest to begin with, but now I'm sure that I suck.
That's because you didn't have me yelling at you enough back then.
It's true. I mean, I was also just doing PJ, which is not a category that you did.
I'm trying. I mean, I'm de-resting 2 minute right now, so...
Yeah, I never even learned the minute past Starman Walk, so I should probably do that.
You don't have to.
Yeah, but if I'm gonna de-rest, I might as well, like, get around. I mean, de-rest the stuff that I already know first, and then I might as well get into that, too.
De-rest whatever the fuck you want.
Good luck beating Octo. Oh, I'm not in it for the leaderboards, Ming. Just gonna do it on my own.
Yeah, I don't submit to leaderboard
Yeah.
at the moment either.
I'm done with the leaderboards.
I removed all of my times from it.
I think I did, but I think I also found that I didn't, so I need to go back and double check on that. But I meant to.
I mean, I just straight up deleted my speedrun.com account.
That's what I meant to do, and I thought I did, but I think maybe I never got around to that, actually. Anyways, it seems like she wasn't abducted at all.
In which case, what is the crime this young woman is apparently committing? I can see I'm gonna have to step in and fix the great detective's mistake again.
You seem to look pleased, Naruhodo-san.
Do you like the idea of another chance to dance around with Mr. Sholmes?
What? Stop it! No! Anyway, there must be something else here that shows what this woman is up to.
What's going on over here?
The waste paper basket?
Let's have a little look inside.
Naruhodo-san! It's poor etiquette to go sifting through someone's rubbish, you know.
Those eyes. She's looking at me like I'm a piece of rubbish now.
Can't we make an exception? Yeah. It's like, this is kind of important. We're past etiquette right now.
These are special circumstances, I think.
Hamburger.
Hamburger.
Exactly. We have no choice. There's hardly anything in here at all.
Oh, well, that's a little disappointing.
She wanted it to be something cool.
Yeah, she really is like a more polite Maya.
Yeah.
That's big Maya energy.
What's the full scope of what you can...
Oh, there it is. I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
I also love PJ, and I do miss it. Sometimes I miss the category where we actually did sanctuaries, like before we found the skip or whatever.
It was before Airfram found the break into Magic Hand.
Yeah, which is cool. I just there were some things I really enjoyed. I liked the teleport cliff skip and the exit mouse wrong warp and stuff like that. Like, it had a bunch of really fun things in it. But it also had a lot of cliff skips that destroyed my wrist, so I don't miss that.
Yeah.
But the teleport one was dope.
I think there's still a category that uses it. Because it's so slightly faster once you have teleport than doing the other style of cliff skip in Winters.
Yeah. It's so smooth.
Split grinded my dick.
Grinded my dick. Yeah.
That was the split for that cliff skip.
That's good. That's good.
It was for 80% grinding my dick. Jeff just grinds his dick
Yeah.
against the wall.
I thought about it for a second. I was like, yeah, no, that actually is kind of what he's doing.
Wow. Look at this dazzling tiara.
I've never seen anything like it. Are those real diamonds, do you think?
Well, they look more like sapphires, actually.
Oh, Naruhodo-san, try it on!
What? Me? Oh my god. No, there's no way I'd look good in it.
You would actually look great in it.
What?
I'm thinking about it.
What? No.
This would look fantastic on you.
Stop.
Like the black uniform, like it would pop, you know?
Oh, really?
Oh,
I
yes.
mean, I don't think
Oh,
so.
yes.
Oh, you're being so kind. Isn't it usually girls who wear Wouldn't you like to try it on?
Says who?
Oh, no, it couldn't possibly. It's far too beautiful.
Why does this tiara look familiar?
Oh, weird.
I feel like I've seen it somewhere recently.
Yeah.
Yes!
The proof of your crime is surely this tiara. I believe this tiara was worn on stage by dancers in the Novovich Ballet, is it not? Indeed, it would appear to be identical to the tiara pictured here in the newspaper article. And if the reporting is to be believed, it's an item worth 20,000 rubles. In summary, the crime you've committed is theft.
Oh, no.
Shit! Yes, you left your ballet troupe unlawfully taking their precious tiara with you.
Ow.
Yeah, the picture of her on the newspaper has her hair up, and which you'd easily fit under this hat.
Yeah, exactly. Like, girl. What were you doing?
I have no one. No family, no friends. I am all alone, and I need money. But I did not steal the tiara. It was a present from, how do you say, an Earl of Prussia. It belongs to me.
This girl's only 15 years old. She's run away all by herself. She must have been extremely lonely.
Except you definitely murdered my friend. Like, I don't care what anyone says. You're the murderer. You murderized him.
All right. I will tell you everything. There's no point in hiding it now.
Come, let us not be hasty.
What?
There remains one unsolved mystery about you.
Mystery? What do you mean?
You've staunchly refused to open this traveling case of yours in our presence. It is reasonable to conclude, therefore, that there exists some reason why you wish it to remain closed.
It is full of Big Mac's special sauce.
Oh, Big Mac special sauce. Is that not so, Miss Pavlova? My dear girl, there's no sense in playing games with me. Nothing escapes my attention. Indeed, I have a very good idea of the contents of the case, even before I ever laid eyes on them.
Are you sure about that?
He's about to say it's her in the case, by the way. Dear me. We're not well suited to a life of crime,
He
are we?
really is.
Your careless, cute... Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Oh no, I think he does change it up. It's the reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the books on the shelf.
Huh?
He's completely changed tack with his deduction now.
I think Mr. Sholmes is adapting his logic to the changing circumstances, don't you?
Maybe, but why has he suddenly brought the bookshelf into all this?
Ow, beats me.
It's just a wild guess, surely.
Oh, do you think so?
Well, it doesn't seem likely that the reason why this young woman doesn't want to open her case would have been written in a book that doesn't even belong to her.
Yes, that's true. But still... Miss Pavlova certainly did cast her eyes in that direction. I noticed it myself.
Then there has to be another reason why she won't open her case. And it must be somewhere in the same area, if that's where her gaze was involuntarily drawn.
I agree. That's the only answer.
Whatever she has hidden inside that case should be revealed by following her gaze in the direction of the bookcase.
I mean, look, can I move the bookcase?
The bookcase is definitely just
Just
a part
bolted?
of the wall.
Okay.
It's just a part of the wall. She's not standing parallel to this bookcase. Recall, she's standing like that way, so her gaze is like coming at an angle.
Okay. I'm just gonna look at everything.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just saying, don't think that she's standing directly in front of the bookcase and staring directly at it.
Yeah. I mean, I would have checked the stuff around it too.
Yeah.
My first thought was just like, which wall is this on? Is the vent near here? And then I realized
this
it
is not
wasn't.
the
So I
vent.
was
This is
like,
not the
but
vent
my
wall.
first thought was like, not the bookcase.
Looks like these are all the same books that we have in our cabin. I suppose the steward likes to make sure passengers have plenty to read for the long voyage.
And have you noticed how all the books have fallen over, just like in Kazuma-sama's cabin? It's almost like someone's taken a sweep at them.
Maybe Miss Pavlova? While she was practicing her ballet?
Dude, no.
Anyway, the point is, we don't have time to look through all these books at the moment.
We couldn't even if we wanted to. They're all in Russian.
Well, that's a relief. Let's try to look elsewhere.
These are the rules of passage for travel above the SS Burya. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden.
There was exactly the same notice in our cabin, too. I wonder what happens if you break the rules.
Die.
Oh dear, I'm sure the punishment would be severe, Naruhodo-san. You'd probably be left to drift in the freezing cold ocean.
Just chuck you overboard.
Or shut inside a tiny wardrobe for days on end.
So I've actually been serving time for weeks now, have I?
That's why Kazuma's dead. Yeah, I'm gonna check the door too, but I'm confident that it's the thing.
It's a metal door. Same as in Kazuma's cabin.
Yes, and
The rather not slim bolt is
so
the same
big.
as well.
It's such a big bolt on the door.
Yeah.
Well, if Miss Pavlova was actually glancing over at the door here instead of the bookcase, I would suggest a desire to run away from this cabin.
That is actually a logical thing to
Yes,
think.
extremely illogical.
maybe.
Burp. Hell yeah.
Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Inside that case of yours is something forbidden from carriage on this vessel. That is the real reason why you refuse to open it, thus revealing its contents. Hell yeah. As we've seen, the trunk wobbles from time to time. But no weapon or other dangerous item would move of its own accord. Which leaves but one possibility, Miss Pavlova. Inside your traveling case...
Look at these two fuckers.
is the last item listed as forbidden in the vessel rules of passage. A pet.
Look at that smirk. Look at that smirk.
I wish I could do a double voice.
I mean, I could make a filter for that too, but it would take a while for me to figure it out.
No, because he's a different person.
Yeah, but I mean, it could make it sound like it.
Solved.
What in the hell was that dance move? He's having way too much fun with it. Elementsky.
Elementsky.
Please say that in senior card gauges, please.
Elementsky. Many clarifications. So clearly, you aren't who you said you were.
No, I'm not Grimsby Roylott. Did you really think that was a real name?
I just picked a random letter.
Yeah.
My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. Everything you said was correct.
You absconded during one of your ballet company's performances in order to escape your homeland.
You know what, Curly, you're right. It is Ace Attorney. Does anybody have a real name?
My man's name was Romaine Lettuce.
Beef Stroganoff. Oh my god.
Later that same night, you stole aboard this vessel. It couldn't have been easy. The Buddha is a huge steamship with a vast crew. Could she really have snuck on board without being noticed? In order to obscure your true identity, you somewhat recklessly took the guise of an old gentleman. And you intended to sever all links with your past by severing your long hair. Peace, love, and understanding.
Oh my god, I will never get over peace, love, and understanding. That name is whack.
I remember the first time when I like pointed it out. I'm like, I need you to read this name phonetically.
Yeah.
And the first couple times you're like, I can't. What is this?
Yeah, I really struggled for a second, and then I think you just flat out told me.
Yeah.
And I looked at it and I was like, fucking god damn it! It was on stream. I know it was a moment that was on stream. Fuck Spirit of Justice for doing that. Yeah.
I like Spirit of Justice and other parts of it, but the names of that game are really egregiously bad.
I mean, I hate it, but I kind of love it too, because it's so stupid.
Yeah, they go, ooh, foreign country. That's why it is a twinge racismo.
Yeah, that's true, that's true. They'd just kind of be like, oh, well, it's a foreign country. We can just make it whack as hell.
Yes. Woman, hair is no trifling matter.
I'm busting out the wine, y'all.
My personal recommendation is to leave well alone. So, if it was just you about to cut off your own hair, who was it that let out the scream we heard from outside the cabin? That veritable tinkling of a bell? Why, none other than this young lady, naturally. More like a full set of pipes, if you ask me.
I was so scared when I ran away in Shanghai. I was sure they would come looking for me. And that's why I decided to, how do you say, disgust myself? So no one would recognize me. As a result, you transformed yourself into that questionable old man? I see.
Questionable. They're all saying just questionable old man.
I put on the fur hat and a fake beard. And then just before you came in here, I saw the newspaper. Right on the page, there was a picture of me. I was so frightened. I couldn't stop from screaming.
I thought she saw the snake. I was like, oh fuck, snake! Like, even if it's her pet snake, if the snake was just like, I'm mad today, and want to just like... Because, you know, sometimes snakes can get in a mood where, like, even if you've handled them for a long time, they can get pissy and be like, no, don't touch me, I'm gonna bite you. And she was just like, wah! I just assume she freaks out around reptiles the way that I do sometimes. I can't hold snakes because, like, I'm not scared of them, but I get anxious and jumpy around anyone at any time for any reason, and snakes can kind of tell that, and so my worry is that I will scare the snake, which will make the snake aggressive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with tarantulas. I'm not scared of tarantulas.
I don't want... Get the way away from me. I don't want a tarantula near me ever.
I don't want to hold spiders per se, but tarantulas specifically, they're all fuzzy, and I think they're cute.
They're just too big. When the spider is too big, it freaks me out.
I wouldn't mind. I don't mind them at all. I don't like the smaller, less fuzzier ones. Those ones, I'm like, don't touch me. But you can be in the same room as me.
Boneless snakes.
Boneless snakes.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever had snake before?
Like eaten snake?
Yeah.
No.
No, I haven't either. I think Sid has, though. But yeah, I don't mind tarantulas, and I wouldn't mind holding one if I didn't know that it could tell that I'm jumpy, and then I would startle it, and then it would do that thing where it kicks its butt hairs at you.
Yeah, and then
like put fiberglass shards in your hands, and I was like, no, I'm good. So I just don't hold them. I don't want to scare the animals.
I knew that if I didn't change my appearance completely, they would find me.
I code in Python. Yeah, it's like the same.
She certainly does.
So I decided to cut all my hair as fastly as possible. I picked up the scissors in my hand and...
At that precise moment, we walked in through the annoyingly unlocked cabin door.
What? Annoyingly.
Well, things happen like that sometimes, don't they?
Do they? Things do indeed happen like that from time to time.
I can feel the Phoenix energy.
Are those two even talking about the same thing?
Just be like, those things absolutely do not just happen to who?
It's just like someone is just like, yeah, that sounds right. It's like, what? No!
That's my favorite thing with Phoenix, where he's just like, am I the only, he's like the only straight guy. He's not the only straight guy, but he's the only straight guy in the scenario, you know what I mean?
There's just one more thing I'd like to know. What exactly do you have inside your traveling case? You're right. It is my dear friend inside. My only friend in the whole world.
I want to see him. Snakes are so cute.
Please, don't tell anyone. If the captain finds out, if you say it to any of the crew.
Your secret is safe with us, I assure you. But in return, you must tell us in as much detail as you can muster about the events of last night.
I want to see the danger noodle. Let me see him.
You want to solve Cosmo's murder, Kemi?
Yeah, can't I do both?
Yes, alright, I will tell you. Well, Mr. Naruhodo? Wasn't it something? Mr. Sholmes' great deduction?
It was certainly something, yes. I'm just not entirely sure what.
The more that I get to know her, the more my voice for her just turns into my voice for Maya. She's just like such Maya energy.
But at least Miss Pavlova has agreed to tell us what she knows. That's incredible. Indeed, it is incredible. Ah, and one more thing. Oh, yes? What? Observe your wrists.
Oh, no.
My...
No! Your hands are cuffed again.
What? But how?
You I just imagined him like jumping and putting the chain over his head. We're like, you want to take them back off right now?
True to my word, I've restored your shackles. When and why?
There's still a shadow of guilt cast over you, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm sorry to say, it can't be helped at the moment.
Can't it? Really?
Anyway, let's listen to what Miss Pavlova has to say. Never mind your shit. Like, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Just fucking stop bitching.
Yeah, just get over it. I can't go on not knowing. I have to find out what the speckled band that Kazuma-sama wrote about in his diary really was.
She reminds me of another character, and I can't remember. It's her pose, the way that she's like this. It reminds me of another character from another Ace Attorney game, and I can't put my finger on it.
In terms of poses, people who fit that pose are...
It's like, I swear she reminds me of another character. It's not just the pose, it's also like like her delicate manner, like frame or whatever. Like, I can't put my finger on it. She reminds me of someone.
You could argue that she Vera Misham.
Maybe?
Misham.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not positive.
She's pretty delicate. This is because she's been a shut-in her whole life.
Yeah.
There's also...
I feel like it's from one of the 2D 3D games though, like Dual Destinies or Spirit of Justice. But I don't know. Ming.
Do you know that someone was killed in the cabin next door to this one last night?
One of the crewmen told me this morning when I was eating breakfast.
The man who died, he was a friend of mine.
Oh.
That's why we're trying to find out what happened. Did you notice anything unusual last night?
Perhaps you heard a strange noise, for example. Perhaps people talking?
Perhaps the ship was absorbed in a wild tempest. Perhaps its steam engine exploded?
Sholmes!
Perhaps everyone on board would have noticed if that had happened?
Miss Pavlova? Is there anything you can tell us? I don't know. I'm sorry, but all I could think about last night was what I had done and whether they would find me. I didn't notice anything that was happening around me.
Oh, I see.
It's really bugging me now.
You've run away from your ballet company, haven't you? The Novovich Ballet?
I have a feeling I'm thinking of someone from Spirit of Justice.
Yes. I am traveling to Great Britain, and from there, I want to go to America. I will never dance again. I want to forget everything about the ballet. I will start a new life.
You wish to forget? A challenging proposition when you have that striking tiara as a reminder.
Well, obviously I was going to sell it.
But the tiara is mine. I need it to live. have no money of my own. The Novovich Valet gives us only a little food and water, and we must dance all over the world. That's shit, and I know that shit happens, but it's like, dancing is so physically intensive. How are you gonna do that and have them not collapse? Which they did all the time.
They did all the time, yeah.
And dude, that shit still happens.
Yeah.
I had to run away. I had no choice. If I stayed, they would have killed me. I'm never gonna dance again. So, you ran away to protect yourself? Yes, and the crew of the ship, they've all been kind to me. They let me come on board, and they said I could hide in this cabin.
That is indeed the truth, Miss Pavlova. It creates a most intriguing conundrum.
Yes, it does. I was so sure you were the murderer. Is this an accidental murder, or is there someone else that was in here too? What do you think about it, Mr. Naruhodo?
Me? Oh, well, yes, of course.
Unless
I was paying attention.
I mean, I was like, this would be some Dahlia levels acting right now if she were like not somewhat, if she were completely unsincere in everything she's saying. Not saying it's impossible, but
I think we should hear Miss Pavlova's explanation. To what conundrum, I'm not sure, but...
see, here's my thing, is like, it could have been an accidental death via snake, but would we not have seen snake bites? And also, who drugged you? Because someone drugged your food. So that's the thing. Dahlia's grandmother, Natalia. Nah, there's no one like Dahlia. There is only Dahlia.
Miss Pavlova, allow me to pose you a riddle.
I know you can't say anything to what I'm talking about either, because you're like, I'm just going to say nothing because...
I don't remember the exact method of the murder.
I'm not going to speculate.
But
I'm like, if the snake did it, where are the bites at?
I vaguely remember it, but I don't remember every detail.
And if we both got bit, then, like, you would know. I feel like you would know if he was bit. Someone definitely drugged our food.
According to this newspaper, it was only yesterday that you absconded from the ballet.
Well, yes, not all snakes kill by bites, that is true. But I feel like if you were choked out, you also can tell signs of strangulation as well. I don't know. Well, maybe. But then, you know, someone also staged the crime scene, etc., etc. There's definitely something more going on here than just the, oops, my snake got in next door and accidentally killed the guy.
Maybe the snake used a gun.
I love that idea of him just slithering through the vent and just be like, huh, that's weird, there's a snake.
Now that being the case, it must have been last night that you boarded this vessel.
Nah.
However, the SS Buria stopped by Noteport last night.
Oh.
Ah, that's it, of course. So how is it, pray, that you came to be aboard?
Wait, why are we assuming that she had to be only boarding last night? Hang on.
Because the newspaper said it.
Okay, I missed that line.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, the crewman outside the cabin acted very strangely when we mentioned that. It was just after we asked him about when the occupant of this cabin came aboard. Flashback.
That's the wrong button.
I fat-fingered I fat-fingered the laugh track button.
Oh my fucking god.
Okay. That is not your business.
Somebody was laughing?
Wait.
Why are you laughing? Why is they laughing?
What's so funny?
What is funny?
Yes, you're right. He did seem to be hiding something.
Are you good?
Sorry. I just wasn't expecting it.
I don't think
So
I have accidentally.
I didn't mean to do it, so I just confused why I heard it.
An angel descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to the stage.
Sorry, what was that?
It is how the Russian newspapers described one of my performances.
I'm pretty sick with it.
I'm a pretty big deal. I would be, how do you say, sick nasty.
Check out this kickflip.
That is how I came here too. I descended from the heavens because I am an angel. Literally.
Do you believe me?
Is that convincing?
Considering English isn't your mother tongue, your description is very vivid.
Mr. Sholmes once said, I can never resist a touch of the dramatic.
That's an understatement.
It seems Miss Pavlova's the same.
A genius descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to detection. Words once said about myself.
Yo, call H Bomber guy, because this guy is plagiarizing the fuck out of
A quote from a wonderfully extravagant advertisement for the adventures of Herlock Sholmes, in fact.
Is it? Is it though? Where are your sources?
Yes, Mr. Showy. Anyway, it doesn't look like Miss Pavlova is going to tell us what really happened.
Let me see the danger noodle.
So, the friend you mentioned is inside your traveling case. Is that right?
I want to know its name. I want to see him do a blep.
I don't think animals are allowed on board, according to the rules of passage. Oh, please, don't tell any of the crew. If they found my precious...
Then the burly Russians would bestir themselves in unison to throw you and your case overboard, no doubt.
Huge ups to Morgan for getting a shout out and recommendation in the video. Oh yeah, was that during when he was recommending a bunch of other like queer creators and stuff? Because I was really pleasantly surprised by that, because in my brain I follow a bunch of like lefty queer creators. So I was sitting there being like, I'm just waiting for someone like, I don't know, Cat Black or something to show up. And it was like, no one he listed was anybody that I follow. And I was like, these are all new people. This is sick.
So reassuring, Mr. Sholmes.
But what sort of pet is your friend? A little puppy? It is, isn't it?
You would hear it if it was a puppy. You would hear it.
I'd be way more excited if it was a puppy.
Yeah. Just be like, it's Missile.
If it was... Oh.
Takumi would just be like, I can't resist. Missile's in this.
Here's Missile.
Here's Missile. Totally out of canon. Like, it's way out, like, the wrong timeline. Doesn't matter. It's Missile.
What's up, Curly? Maybe an adorable little rabbit?
Nope.
Huh. You credit Russia as a land with small rabbits, do you?
I mean, yes?
No, there's no rabbits there. Shut up.
I feel like there would
No,
be.
there's not a single rabbit. There's never been a rabbit. Oh, don't they have small rabbits there then?
Yes, I'm pretty sure. Not in all of Russia,
No,
but Russia is a big place.
They only have big bears. You may well ask. I have no idea.
It'd be funny if you opened it and it was a bear. I'd be like, oh no, close it, close it, close it.
I talked with Jordan today. That's cool. I love Jordan.
Jordan
Jordan is someone I went to college with.
Oh, hell yeah.
Who plays fighting games, and they're a good friend of
I
mine.
assumed if they were
I used to
being
live with
brought
them,
up
actually.
that you would be like, they play fighting games, so that's how I know them.
I used to live with them, actually.
Oh, cool. I didn't know.
When I lived in college, I roomed with Jordan, my friend Justin, and my friend Corey.
I love that before we became friends, we already had a mutual friend just because of the fighting game community. We're not a friend, but like
I mean, I knew of
acquaintance.
them.
Yeah, you knew of them.
I mean, if you are a part of the fighting game community for as long as I have, and you don't know Son Gohan X, then
Yeah, I was like, you can say his handle, his tag.
It's, you know.
But I've known Son Gohan X for over a decade, so it was like crazy that we became friends. And you're like, oh yeah, I know Son Gohan X.
I don't know them.
I know of them.
I've interacted with them, I think, once in like a TO setting.
Jeremy's known him for even longer.
Right, but like I've seen their name and I know of them, and like, yeah, they're around.
I mean, they're a big part of the dance game community as well. And that's also a big thing. The old school dance game community all know each other.
Yeah.
Which is why it's really bizarre to me when people tweet about people like Fafems or I'm Chris for Life or J-Boy, because they're like people that I know. And it's like the Chris for Life thing made it to like the wider internet because of the whole scandal of like Konami essentially saying that like we're doing a world dance game tournament, but foreigners are not allowed to compete. But they didn't say it directly. They just made insanely convoluted rules that disqualified all foreigners.
Right.
And it was like Chris had a crisis about just being like, dance games are my whole thing, and when you take that away, I don't really know what's left. So I'm taking a reevaluation of my life, which is like good for you, man, because like you should do that. You definitely should not just make one thing your whole life.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just crazy to me that all these random people that were in other circles of my life who did not do rhythm games were just like, let's talk about I'm Chris for Life, and I was like, huh? Good for Chris, though. I hope that they're doing super well now.
You two are miserable bunglers when it comes to understanding the nature of young ballerina's friends. Isn't it obvious? It must be a chicken.
You would hear it if it was a chicken,
No,
but also that would be rad.
It would be rad if it was just Nugget.
Nugget! Or if it was a goose, that'd be awesome too. You open it up and it just kills you. Dude.
And you're like, oh, that's how Kazuma died.
Dude,
a goose killed Kazuma.
I'd believe it. Dude, this is how... Okay, hang on. Sorry, I know we go on tangents. I won't make this a tangent, but I just need to say this for people. How broken, how OP Jeremy is. Jeremy made friends with a goose. Like, a goose... He hung out with a goose that did not try to bite him or kill him.
Where was this?
At Cookie's house.
Oh,
because
okay.
Cookie has geese.
Yeah,
no,
but they're
you
not,
say that,
they're
but
not as big an assholes.
they are, though.
No, because Jeremy deals with the actual asshole geese every day.
Yes, but like, and one of Cookie's is an asshole to everyone all the time, and the other one is an asshole to most people all the time. But in Jeremy's, I guess it found like a kindred spirit, and it was like, I'm gonna be cute and like hook my little neck around your leg like I'm cuddling you, and I was like, that's impossible. Geese can't be cute. What are you talking about? They are murder machines only. Jeremy is broken.
Yeah, the Canadian geese where he works don't give a fuck.
Yeah, well, we have the Canadian geese in our neighborhood that don't give a fuck.
A bone.
A boneless chicken? Yeah.
Describing impossible circumstances. A boneless.
That's what I said, because I've never met a goose that didn't try to kill me. That's why I'm like, I do not wish to ever inflict harm on animals, but if a goose comes up to me, I will kick it without hesitation.
It will kill you.
That's why I'm confident that I could kick it, because it's like,
No,
I know
could kick it. It
it's
will kill
coming
you
for me.
as well, though.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I have no fear. So it's like, I'm more likely to scare it off in that sense, because animals can tell. Animals can tell when you're not gonna square up. So it's like, I feel like if I were to meet Cookie's geese...
Destroy your self-esteem with
If
words.
I were to meet Cookie's geese, I'm cooked. Because, like, they know that because they're my friends, geese, I'm not going to kick them. So I'm defenseless against these geese, and they know it. But if one in my neighborhood tried to rush me, I know they're gonna inflict violence on me. So I'm coming, like, feet flying. I'm kicking. I'm gonna block this overhead. Really? It's not a chicken.
Consider the benefits.
Boneless or otherwise.
A rousing wake-up call, daily fresh eggs, And when adversity strikes, it could satisfy the needs of sustenance.
The lyrics of Chicken Attack are in my head. But also, do hens crow? Because, like, you're thinking of roosters, right?
Shut up.
Those two do different things. The hens lay the eggs and the roosters do the loud crowing thing, if I'm not mistaken.
So you'd eat your friends. I'll remember that.
Hey man, if you need to eat, you gotta eat.
We can't click on links.
Yeah, I can't click on links. It would come up on my main screen, which is on the Switch right now.
Current streaming setup does not allow us to
send it to Daniel though, or something.
Yeah, you can send it to me.
Or drop it in the Discord, whatever.
It would appear this friend's identity is a closely guarded secret not to be revealed.
But I want to see it. I'm just thinking about snakes are so cute.
Alright, let's see. Oh,
I love snakes.
this is a good.
And their cute little faces. They got the cutest eyes and the cutest little blip. Oh, cute! Oh my god, I love Athena so much. I want to make that outfit. And like right now, I'm at the point now where I feel like I could sew without hating my life right now. The problem is that I don't have any fabrics that would work.
Oh, yeah, you would
Like,
buy
the
them.
only yellow I have that matches that yellow is Sombrella, and Sombrella would not make a good material to make that outfit with at all. It's an outdoor material. It's usually used to make outdoor cushions and stuff like that. It's not good for making apparel.
Yeah. She obviously doesn't quite trust us yet. There's something I should like to show her, I think. Maybe she might be able to shed some light on it?
Maybe something like a little diary page.
Maybe.
But yeah, my mother bag is made out of Sombrella, for reference.
Oh, okay.
So.
This is the diary of my friend who passed away.
His diary?
Yes, and he wrote in it last night before he died. Something a little unusual. It reads, "This dumb bitch next door won't shut the fuck."
She's been screaming non-stop.
1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. And then a few minutes later, 1:35 a.m., what looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill.
Speckled band? I don't understand.
It's strange, isn't it? But the ventilator he mentions joins to this cabin, you see. It's up there on the wall.
In other words, this cabin and the victim's cabin are connected together. Oh. Miss Pavlova? Has something occurred to you? Does the speckled band the victim mentioned mean something to you? Or the whistling sound, perhaps?
I was just thinking about it, like, a snake would not thrive. Like, snakes need certain, like, temperature and, like, light. Like, I don't really know how well it's thriving in there. I mean, I'm sure it's fine temporarily.
It's only been a day.
That's true. But, like, I don't. We're on a boat. It's gonna take us a while to get to
Listen,
Britain.
I'm not saying the snake is gonna survive the trip. It's been a day.
I'm just worried. I'm worried about this little noodle. Please take care of it. Get him a terrarium or something.
No. I don't know anything.
Oh.
Housekeeping?
Housekeeping. Excuse me, Mr. Roylott.
Yeah, yes. What?
Wow, she's fast. Captain
has
would
the
like to
scissors again.
speak with you. You must come to Captain's quarters at once, please.
All right. I will come now. I am an old man.
This how old man? So what?
You must leave now.
Oh no, it's fine. Don't mind us.
That's actually the most, like, both the most English and the most Japanese thing to say to somebody who they clearly want you out.
Oh, no.
The most polite way to be like, I'm not leaving.
No.
Just, oh, no, don't mind me.
Yeah.
Don't mind me, Derry.
I'm just gonna take your shit and put it in the museum.
Yes, please don't worry yourself, Mr. Roylott.
Ugh, get out!
The passenger said out, or you want me to throw you out? It looks like we'll have to leave investigating this cabin until later.
I want to meet the noodle. What a pity.
You can't meet Noodle.
Mm,
And so we lost our chance.
I want to know its name. I want to see its cute little eyes.
Having still not managed to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin, we were unceremoniously chased out.
Man.
That is to say, we were quite literally picked up and thrown into the passageway outside.
Yeah, I get it. To be continued.
Oh, shit. It's only the first one of the case.
Well, you said this case is shorter than the others.
This is probably the shortest in the game.
Shorter than the tutorial case?
At the very least, it's equal.
Really?
Yeah, it's very,
Wow.
It's a very short case. It's not very long.
Not like they've never done that before. I'm thinking of the Udon, like the theater case.
You're talking about the clown pussy case.
Yes, the Clissy case,
Yeah.
which takes place like in the middle of the game, but it's still one of those that you never have an investigation phase.
Yeah, you just have court.
Yeah.
I wish we hadn't been thrown out like that. My back hurts.
I wish we managed to find some clue as to what that speckled band might be.
We didn't manage to investigate at all. And I imagine that we won't be able to for a while longer. We'll never get past that sailor guarding the door.
I can't get over his... Like, he's got the V and everything.
Yeah,
Like,
no, this dude fucks.
yeah. I love it.
He's clearly glaring at us. I just say, don't even think about it.
Look at his pants, too. Like, the fit. It's so good.
Oh, wait a minute.
Just very well shaped. The silhouette, immaculate.
What is it?
Well, what happened to our great detective friend? Where did he go?
Oh, yeah. Where is he?
Oh, yes! He's completely disappeared.
Knowing him, he's probably crawling through the vent.
When did he do that? He slipped away as quietly as the wind, but not before ensuring these were securely back on my wrists.
Tasty. Well, hang on. Well, we could talk to him for a second, but I was like, I'm just gonna go back into the room and he's gonna be there and he's gonna be crawling through the vent.
I really wish we'd had a chance to look around in Miss Pavlova's cabin. What? Why you look like that? You want something?
I can't get over, like, just the fit and his, like, eyelashes. It's very attractive. You're a good-looking fella.
Maybe you want me to throw you out again, Oh, no, definitely not that. Next time I have to throw you out, I show you where lobsters spend winter, understand?
On top of the mountain?
They do not whistle. No, you confusing saying.
What? You can't
No.
whistle if it's wintertime?
No,
or?
you do not. It is, you are mixing up idiom, as they say.
Oh, I mean, which part? You said you were going to throw us like a lobster.
Speaking of
and...
things that sound like idiom, you are kind of idiom. Maybe I should steer clear of him until he's forgotten my face.
I don't think he'll ever forget your face, Naruhodo-san.
Yeah, this guy fucks for real. Anyways, let's go. 9th of January. It says Buria, first class cabin, number 1. I realized I was not reading these before.
Yeah, but we don't. It looks like they're still investigating in here.
Yes. On that subject, I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga is unscathed.
What do you mean, unscathed?
Surely you haven't forgotten, have you, Naruhodo-san? Don't you remember what he said about allowing you out of this cabin to investigate? He was going to talk to the captain about it. He said he'd lay his life on the line for you.
Oh, yes. But I'm sure he was exaggerating.
He's just dead.
Let's see what he has to say for himself. He might have some new information for us. You never know.
What? Where? I mean, I guess I could go
There's
over
another
here.
part of the room, yeah.
But hang on a second.
You!
Where did you go?
Sorry, I just went to the next door cabin to
Why?
investigate.
Who gave you permission for this?
Well, Seaman Hosonaga did.
That new Japanese, was it? Later I'll roll him into bowl and throw him into cold room.
He's gone back to guarding the door.
I hope Inspector Hosonaga doesn't find himself in too much trouble on our account.
Nah, he definitely failed at his job, so...
He's really gone out of his way to help us, hasn't he? When we get back to Japan, we'll have to take him for a steak at La Carnival.
Alright, that's fair. Man, I want steak. I forgot to eat dinner before we started. I'm so hungry, my guy.
That could be a very long time from now, Naruhodo-san.
You can get steak in England, you know.
No, there's no good food in England.
I was like, I could do that, but I promised I wouldn't make fun of England as much anymore. Plus, just earlier today, I watched a thing where somebody was like, we promise it's not as bad as you think it is. We do have some good food. And I'm like,
That sounds like someone.
Do you have some good food that wasn't stolen from some other country, though? Why do you have an emote that's pineapple on pizza? My brain wants to be like, viscerally, like, go fuck yourself. But my brain also thinks about, Argyle from Stranger Things goes, try before you deny.
Try before you deny.
I love that guy. That guy could convince me to try a bite of pineapple pizza.
Yeah.
Just because he's so charming.
I do like him a lot.
But I'm confident I would hate it.
Yeah, I also would hate it.
I've had, like, I don't love pineapple in general. Like, I've had grilled pineapple and it was okay. I don't love it, though. So I would not... Is somebody talking about the best pizza topping?
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, chat.
You're back. Inspector.
Pepperoni is the only appropriate thing to put on a pie. Actually, that's not
That's not
true.
accurate at all.
But it's the best thing, in my opinion, to put on a pie. But there are plenty of other acceptable and good things to put on it. But pineapple is not one of them.
Put on a pizza.
I used to be really into sausage as a topping on pizza because of my mother. It's my mother's favorite topping on pizza. But she did that too much, and now I don't like it.
Problem is that most sausage people use are dog shit.
Yeah, if it was like good, I guess.
Yeah, if it's actual quality sausage.
I love like a white pizza with like grilled chicken on it too. Oh, that shit
white
slaps.
pizza with chicken on it, very good. Like cheese and tomato sauce, and I just gonna have banana peppers. I'm pretty excited about them.
I don't love peppers in general. Like, I can tolerate, but I don't really want to.
I'm okay with it.
It's a
not my
texture thing
favorite.
more than a flavor thing.
Yeah, the texture is not my favorite, but it's also not my least favorite. It's like something I can manage.
I don't really love the like wet, crunchy texture the way that peppers can be.
See, I'm okay. The reason it's okay for me is the crunch. The crunch.
Nah, because like none of the rest of the pizza has that texture. I like consistency.
I understand that. I'm just saying that it's purely from a pepper standpoint. Like the crunch is the thing that saves it for me. but I still would prefer not to have it on my pizza.
I probably wouldn't mind. I don't mind wet crunch necessarily if it's the only thing. Like if it's not on something, if it's by itself, the way that like I can eat an apple, or I don't mind like raw spinach, or you know, like I can't do it when it's mixed in with other things that don't have that texture.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't.
That's an autistic thing, I guess.
Want it on pizza. There are worse. Like putting olives on pizza is more offensive to me.
I'll agree with you.
Because
well,
I hate olives.
I'm gonna say yes. Sorry, I am Greek, so this is like a heathen thing for a Greek to say.
I mean,
but
I'm Cuban and I don't like black beans, so like that doesn't mean shit.
Well, I make up for it in my enthusiasm for how much I fucking love hummus. I love hummus. Hummus is so good. But no, I do not like olives.
I hate olives so much.
I think olives and peppers are pretty equal for me.
No,
as a
olives
pizza topping.
olives is a gross taste that overpowers everything that it touches. And it sucks. It's so annoying every single because my favorite dish is a dish called picadillo. It's the homemade recipe that my grandmother came up with. She uses like ghetto ingredients because they moved to America.
Yeah.
Younger and then whatever, but so like part of the recipe calls for green olives, but when I make it, I don't put green olives.
What else is in it?
So it's ground beef, although we use ground turkey because it's leaner. So I
prefer ground turkey. I'll eat ground beef anytime, but I prefer ground turkey.
I use ground turkey because that's generally what my mom would use, so that's the taste I prefer. Mm-hmm. So I use ground turkey. I season it with garlic, salt, and pepper. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Before putting it into a cast iron pan, you take white onions, or yellow onions, green pepper, and garlic, and you're using like a food processor, so it's like very, very finely.
I was just about to say that. I was like, these are all things that I like as to flavor dishes, but they have to be ground up so much where I can't.
It's used as like the
detect them as much.
So you saute it as like the base of the dish. So like you start with those things after you put in the food processor, so it's very fine.
Yes.
Then you add the meat, and then you add. Normally the recipe, I think for picadillo, it would use like tomato paste. They used ketchup.
I don't think I could do it with ketchup. Tomato paste, fine.
But it's just you're not like, it's not like a drizzle. It's not like, it's just part of like, you're just mixing around the ground turkey.
The difference between ketchup and tomato paste is pretty stark, though.
It doesn't matter. The recipe calls for ketchup. That's what I'm using. You can hold that shit.
All right.
And then soy sauce.
I love soy sauce.
And then like you just let that simmer and cook for a while. And then you would add green olives.
No.
But I don't add the green olives when I cook it. But whenever my mom cooks it, like my dad likes green olives and my brother doesn't mind them. So normally like, she'll use green olives, and then like I will attempt to pick them out of whatever serving.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter
sometimes
because
you miss one.
That and most things, when it doesn't matter what it is, most things even when you pick them out, their flavor of it still lingers slightly. Well, I mean, and it varies in strength.
The flavor. So the thing is, there's so many other strong flavors in contention. So like if the olives are picked out, I have no issue with the dish.
I'm very sensitive to that. I would probably still.
I'm pretty sensitive as well.
All right, I guess I can trust that if you wouldn't.
Like I hate olive. Every time I like an olive sneaks its way in there, I want to throw up.
Yeah.
It's like an immediate gag reflex.
Yes, I experience this all the time.
But on top of it, it's served with white rice, and then sometimes you put a fried egg, and then like mix
it fried egg! Oh, that would be so good.
So it's served with white rice, and then the dish, and then you put a fried egg, and then usually you like mix it all together so that there's like bits of fried egg.
Yeah, I'd eat the shit out of that.
Yeah.
Without the olives.
I could make it. Do you guys have a rice
And also,
cooker?
like, yes, we do. And also, you would have to make sure that those other bits are processed real hard. I
mean, I'd use a food processor.
Yeah, it needs to be mega fine. I don't want to crunch on nothing.
No, it's not really a crunch.
Like you need food process that shit till it's almost a paste.
It feels like you're eating ground turkey and rice together.
Yeah.
But with it's flavored.
Yeah. Because I love the flavor of
I was going to
all
shut
these
the
things.
fuck up, Curly. You just a graveyard of whack opinions right now.
I don't actually, I am a picky eater, and that was the thing that I was, like, raised with the people being like, you're so picky, and it's like,
I'm the picky.
when it comes to taste, though, I'm actually not picky about taste. It's all texture, baby. Like, it's all texture. There's so many things that I found that, like, I didn't like, but once you fucking ground it up to where I couldn't, the texture was just a paste, I was like, no, this tastes fine.
Friendship with Daniel is entirely conditioned on us never having a conversation about food. This is a lot of people's feelings about being friends with me. I get a lot of shit for my taste buds, which...
I feel like we agree on a lot of things, though, because, like, you know...
People just get on my case all
but
fucking time.
you are, I think, pickier than I am.
I am pickier than you, for
but
sure.
which is a feat, because, like, there's a lot of things I won't eat. But again, I had to find workarounds as an adult, because as a kid, I just accepted I was a picky eater, but as an adult, I was like, oh, no, I do like these things, but they need to be cooked in a very different way, or they need to be ground the fuck up.
Is Jeremy pickier? Or does Jeremy just know what he likes?
Jeremy is pickier, actually, yes.
Because there's a difference between being picky and knowing what you like. Because Jeremy will eat pretty much just like the same couple dishes, spam.
But there are things that he just won't eat.
Yeah.
We discovered some things that if they're prepared a different way that he will eat. It's like the one thing we have in common as a couple where like Jeremy is allistic, like he's neurotypical, but he's still picky. It's the way he was raised, whereas, like, I'm autistic as fuck, and I just don't like I don't like textures to mishmash.
Well, textures is a big deal for me. I would love grapes if they didn't have that texture.
Yes. Well, and that's the thing.
Taste, I like the flavor of grapes.
Yeah, and with most fruits, like, that, it's kind of like that for me. I'm more okay with eating them cold, raw, by themselves, not in anything. But I still sometimes have an issue biting into them and being like, this is a texture that I'm not the biggest fan of.
Yeah.
But I'll still eat it. Just like how I am with people who love to put shit all over their broccoli. And I'm like, I will eat the shit out of broccoli. Do not put cheese on it. Don't. Get it away. Don't put butter on it. Don't.
The problem is it's like wet and mushy and just feels bleh.
Yeah, I get it. Like, I can very easily get tired. As soon as I put a grape in my mouth that's a little softer than it's supposed to be, I'm like, no, I'm done eating grapes now.
It's just, I really like the taste of grapes, but I don't like the texture of grapes.
Yeah, I get that way. I get that way about raspberries and blackberries too, and I love raspberries and blackberries, but sometimes that gritty texture of it just doesn't vibe. Especially if it's not fresh, you know, the way that fruits get soft or whatever. Over time. Y'all need to be studied for science. No. This is nothing. Me and Daniel have nothing on this one guy. I don't remember who it was. There was this video that I was watching YOUUUU stream it. I was watching YOUUUU stream a reaction to this guy who was trying fruit as an adult for the first time. And he was rating them on like those rating things. This man, I guess, his only prior experience with fruit was like candy that was flavored like fruit. So like it was wild watching him rank things. It almost reminded me of Jeremy in a sense where like Jeremy was raised where like his taste buds were so overloaded with really strong artificial flavors that he can't taste things. Like he thinks cheddar cheese has no flavor, tastes like nothing.
That's impossible.
Yes.
It's such a sharp cheddar is called sharp for a reason.
Yes, but he can't taste it. Literally, his taste buds are broken. So like, it's the same thing with this guy. I'm gonna have to show you that video later. This guy is whack. Like, and it's only a little bit of poking fun at him.
You're saying this guy's whack, but I'm like, this guy probably sounds like me.
But like, it's whack in the sense that like the way he describes how he responds to the taste reminds me so much of Jeremy and being like, it tastes like this, which is a thing that no one would ever say that it tastes like. Like, what was it? The one fruit that he was like, this tastes like a battery. And I was like, huh?
Wait, why have you eaten a battery?
Yeah. I was like, what are you talking about? It's a really fascinating watch. I was captivated that whole stream.
All right, go next.
Anyways, yes. What happened to you? Your face is...
Yeah, it looks like you got decked.
I'm not a freak. Check out this much bigger
I mean,
freak.
yeah, that is what I'm doing, but I've never claimed to not be autistic. That's like my whole deal.
Please don't worry about it. They're just scratches.
Scratches? It looks like you got decked in the eye.
Yeah, you got your ass beat, brother. Made by a bear, maybe. When I told the captain that I'd given you permission to investigate, he told me he'd pummel me with his fists and then toss me overboard. What?
Well, did he really toss you overboard and you swam back, or?
But the pummeling was over in a flash, and he must have decided against throwing me overboard.
Okay, good.
So it was nothing, really.
It's kind of messed up to beat the shit out of a guy who coughs up blood on a regular basis.
Looks like he wasn't joking when he said he'd lay his life on the line if he had to.
Well,
Sicey, shut up.
I fell asleep, but I'm back. Any piss talk? No, we were talking about fruit for a long time.
Talked about fruit, and not in relation to how it makes you piss.
I've also never claimed to be not autistic. No, that's fair. I'm just saying, you know, if you're autistic, you know that it's a very, like, normal, common thing for autistic people. Not always, but very common for us to have issues with texture in food. It's very common. That's, like, my whole deal.
well, thanks to your efforts, we know a little about the neighboring cabin.
Yes, so I understand.
I'll drop that video in the Discord later, by the way, for people who want the fruit guy. I'll find it and I'll drop it in Discord.
Oh,
Sicey, please.
I bumped into a man claiming to be a great detective a little while ago.
Oh yeah, where did he go?
I think his name was something like Erlach Scholz. I don't think he was German, though. Ah, that explains it.
Yeah, it's this guy again.
Shall we compare notes, then? We can tell you what we found out. Yes, let's do it.
Aw, that looks so pathetic with your black eye.
What? Nikolina Pavlova? She's in the cabin next door?
Wait, we said we wouldn't tell anyone.
Eh,
Bro!
You kinda know.
You know what happens to snitches?
Oh, do you know who she is? Please, what self-respecting ballet fan wouldn't know that graceful angel?
Oh my god, he's a ballet fan. This actually really tracks. Like, I could see it.
He got beat up. Oops, I think I upset him there. Well, that tells us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case, at least.
No?
Oh, how?
You think ballerinas can't commit crime?
Because angels don't go around committing crimes, do they?
All the time. Have you read the Bible? Hello?
It's just like, and now introducing Crime Guy as Gabriel.
Like, read the Old Testament and tell me that again. Like, what are you talking about?
Oops, now I've definitely upset him.
Inspector, has your investigation in here proved fruitful?
If I'm honest, there's very little more I can do.
That was Lucifer. I mean, yes, that's not what I meant, but Lucifer is an angel. Yes, that's true too.
Our duty is to make sure the scene isn't disturbed, ready to hand over to the Hong Kong police. So, I'm just keeping watch here, trying not to take my eyes off the job.
Oh, I see.
There is one thing. I do have a small piece of new information for you.
Kemi.
Oh, what?
Yes, do tell us, Inspector, please.
Yeah, I was like, you know, most of the Old Testament was really God's fault, but like, the angels were definitely in on it too. Like, I read the Bible, like, way too many times as a kid, actually. Yo, Vim! Oh, it's Color! Oh, Color, thanks for the raid! Oh my god, it's everybody from Color Stream!
Hello!
Hi, everybody! Hi, KK! And Archeon, how is everybody? Color, what were you streaming? Were you drawing or were you gaming? Damn it, I keep forgetting. Color, remind me. I need to DM you about... I want to talk to you about some stuff.
art. The bibble.
Yeah, art.
Drawn the bibble.
Yeah, boomsday. Yeah, we're talking about the bibble. This motherfucker said angels don't commit crimes. It's like somebody hasn't read the Bible.
What is this new information you have, Inspector? It's this.
This is my first time playing this game, by the way, so please no spoilerinos. Though Daniel has beaten it.
I have beaten it. I know a lot about this game.
Yee.
It's great.
Also, if any of you live in Russia, I'm sorry in advance.
Yeah, no, same for
people who live in the UK.
In the UK, and also Russia, because I also do a bad Russian accent.
Yeah. Drawing the VeggieTales characters.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Damn it, my brain just went, I love my lips! I used to watch VeggieTales as a kid.
So did I.
I was raised in a very Christian household.
My cousins had VeggieTales, and occasionally they had episodes that were airing. I didn't hate them.
I went to my brother's aunt's house, and she had, like, all of them on VHS. And yeah, you know what? I didn't hate them.
No, there's some actual okay VeggieTales.
Barbara Manatee, you are the one for me. God, the songs. Why do I still remember them? I haven't seen them since I was like 10.
Flag
I am 33 for reference.
The streamers, 5-minute mute penalty, repeat dialogue. Ooh.
Ooh.
That's just gonna keep repeating is the problem.
Yeah. Oh god, the cheeseburger song. I'm sitting here thinking of all these songs that are in my head. I remember them all from VeggieTales, but I cannot for the life of me remember what the context was. Why is there a song about everybody loves a water buffalo?
Oh my god, I forgot about that song!
Or the lip song, the I Love My Lips song, or the cheeseburger song. Like, what biblical context does this have?
I think sometimes they were like, this is just a kid show.
Just do it.
Just sing about random kid shit.
Yeah, I don't remember how the cheeseburger song goes. I just remember that it is a song. Also, VeggieTale Facts was one of my favorite Twitter accounts to follow. Like, I still have that tweet, the one that's just no context. I have so much shit in my ass. On my phone,
I forgot
at the ready. That's my favorite tweet.
I have so much shit in
It's one of my favorite tweets of all time. That and the tweet about the guy who was like, I brought my kids to the planetarium and they brought up the Earth and one of the kids booed. So good. Sorry, did you read this line already?
British medical officers finished his examination of the body. I managed to obtain the report.
Oh, fuck. Wait, this is really important. I really want to know the cause of death.
Oh, Kazuma's post-mortem report?
Because, like, I really want to know how he died. Kazuma-sama.
God, I want to be real. So, what was the cause of death?
I just got sad again. I really miss Kazuma. He was so cool.
He did. Damage to the cervical vertebrae is what's written in the report.
Oh. Okay. So the snake death is not off the table.
Yeah, that's you. Okay.
Oh, his neck was broken.
Yes, it would seem so. There were no obvious wounds or other signs of injury.
Yeah, no, this was the snake's fault. Aw, man. But then who drugged you?
The snake.
The snake? I feel like Ryunosuke would know if he had been bitten. Yeah,
I didn't say the snake bit you. I just said it gave you drugs.
He's dealing.
What? So you ever smoke crack, little pussy boy?
Oh, shit. Oh, that hurt. Yeah, no. The clip from last stream. Yeah. He had such top energy. Somebody dropped that clip. It's so good. Daniel sent it to me not long afterwards, and I, did not realize at the time how sad I really was.
You sounded so sad.
So sad.
You sounded so sad.
I can't believe I didn't see it coming. I really can't.
So at first, I think they were considering poison.
Like, his death actually caught me off guard. I really did not see it coming at all.
But it turns out they found no trace of poison in his system at all. Well, what weapon was used then? This dick.
Wow.
Nothing has been found as yet, but the fact that there are no signs of a wound.
That's what's weird to me, is that if you were strangled in that way, there should be at least some marking on your neck.
There would be markings, but...
So, very strange. But I think they're trying to really drive it home that it was...
The ship doctor sucks.
That too, but I think they're just trying to be like, nobody could have done this, it must have been the snake. Or Joel from The Last of Us, he sure does love snapping a neck. Sorry, I was just thinking about that. I've been replaying it recently.
It just may have been a blunt object, something that wouldn't leave a mark.
Like a snake. But that would be crazy. There would be no snake on board. There are no pets allowed. You can't have snakes on the ship.
I see. And obviously everyone follows the rules.
Yes. No one would ever smuggle a snake on board, ever.
All the body's nerves run through the spine to the brain. A strong enough impact to the neck could induce death. It's a possibility. No obvious wound would be left.
Poor Cosma. I have a second copy of the report. If it might be useful, you're welcome to have it. Really? Are you sure? Yes, it's fine. I trust you.
Oh, that was so cute and sincere. I got like, I got some feelings from that head tilt. Poof. You think a snake is a blunt object, Phoenix? I was trying to remember that quote, the clown circus, the fucking clown academy quote or whatever. You know, the famous reaction picture from your... Because we were talking about that earlier in the stream, and I was just like, I'm going to bungle this quote if I try to pull it out now.
After all, if I didn't trust you, I'd never have agreed to you leaving this cabin in the first place, would I?
Good point.
Ah.
That's the one. You're not a clown. You're the entire circus. I'm thinking of the reaction picture I have of Edgeworth handing you the certificate to Clown Academy or whatever. But yeah, that one. Ellipses. Let's talk about Herlock and how much I fucking love him.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes was here, wasn't he?
Yes, he seemed to be enjoying himself a little too much as he crept about on the floor investigating.
Yeah, that's what he does.
But then he suddenly left. I suppose he must have become bored.
Yeah.
Did he say anything at all? Actually, now you mention it, yes, just one thing, but he practically shouted it. It's shoe polish, was all he said.
What, the streak on the floor? Because obviously it's not blood, now that we know.
Mm-hmm.
So, what gives?
Shoe polish? I wonder what he meant.
I wonder.
It was when he was over there, by the piece of broken glass. Do you see?
I wonder.
Perhaps he was talking about this brick-colored mark, do you think?
Ah, yes, that must be it. But how could Mr. Sholmes know that it's shoe polish?
Doesn't shoe polish have a very distinct smell?
I don't fucking know. I don't polish shoes.
Chat, does shoe polish have a distinct smell?
That leaves me cold, I'm afraid. I have no idea. What is it, Suzato-san?
It does?
All the scented shoe polish is boneless. I never thought about it that way before.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Kazuma-sama was wearing leather shoes with a very dark tan hue.
Dark tan? A sort of dark brownish red then.
I was too busy looking at his body, I didn't notice.
Yes, a little like the color of red wine, but darker. I often repaired them for him.
Whoa, you can do shoe repair? That is a very unique skill.
Damn, she's OD.
People ask me all the time you would be amazed how often people ask me to fix shoes. which is like not the same thing as tailoring at all.
That's why they're specifically...
Yeah, you need to go to an actual place to repair shoes.
Yeah.
Like, it's not something a tailor can do for you. Don't do that.
Oh, does this mean this mark was made by the polish in Kazuma's shoes as they scuffed on the floor?
I guess? It's like...
Yeah, cobbler.
cobblers.
That's
It's
what I was
like
thinking.
tailors can also be cobblers. Like they are a thing that is somewhat connected in the way that, and this is something that people, I feel like most people don't know, in the way that vacuum repair salesmen and sewing machine repair salesmen are often in the same business.
They look the same?
They look the same. Most people who do vacuum cleaner repair also do sewing machine repair. But, like, tailors can do that, but the thing is that you need a certain type of machinery to do shoes that is not usually in a tailor shop. So you need to have the equipment. The vacuum guy from Breaking Bad? Maybe. Is a cobbler a pie? Yo, what if there was a cobbler, like a shoe cobbler, that also was a baker and made pie?
cobbler.
Yeah, make cobblers. If I was a cobbler by trade, I would make it my mission to actually make a really good cobbler.
I'm gonna slap both of you. I'm gonna slap you right here.
Daniel hates
I'm gonna
puns.
slap you right here, and then Curly, you're gonna tell me the next tournament you're going to, and I'm gonna go there and slap you.
Daniel fucking hates puns, which is amazing because you love the Ace Attorney series so much.
I do love the Ace Attorney series.
Which is like, I feel like a paradox in a way. Like, how you hate puns. How?
It's because the names are just dumb. So for me, it's just like, yeah, that's dumb.
So if it's a really dumb pun, you can be
No,
like,
it's about the context in which these names are being used. It's like the fact that this is a character name is dumb and stupid, and that's quirky, as opposed to trying to pass it off as like real humor.
but it is funny. Like, they wrote it to be
funny,
humorous.
It's funny because it's the context of like, this is the human's name.
Like, we named him Dead Man because he dies.
Because he's a dead guy.
But that's supposed to be what puns aim to
No,
do.
but puns usually it's there are puns that I will be like, damn, that was a good one, and there's usually like there's high effort puns and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The cobbler who makes cobblers is not high effort.
But what if he was a character in Ace Attorney who was like a shoe guy and there was a cobbler involved and his name had something to do with cobblers?
His name better be something like having to do with cobblers as well.
And then it's acceptable?
Because it needs to be so over the top that they're just like...
So it has to be, like, it needs to circle back around for you. Like, it needs to be
context,
so bad that it circles back around to being funny.
In that context, yes, because they're so committed to the bit that they're like, yes, this is a cobbler who makes cobblers, and their name is Cobbler, from the land of Cobbler.
Yeah.
From Planet Cobbler.
Like, it's so obvious that it goes from being lame to being funny.
Well, because it's one of those things where, because there's you can have like an awkward silence that sits for too long. So you get an awkward silence, and that can be a funny comedic beat.
Yeah.
And then if you do that for too long, you're like, okay, that's really run its course.
No,
but
I get it.
if you hold that for even longer,
then it becomes funny
sometimes
again.
it wraps around to being
Yes,
funny again.
exactly.
Because you're like, no fucking way are they just holding this shit for that long. So like, there's...
I'm thinking about that Nakey Jakey bit from the speedrunning video where he just sits there for way too long. It's awkward silences.
You gonna say something?
I don't... Oh man, that was good.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm just trying to understand how your brain works a little bit. I think I get it now.
I do hate James Chen puns a lot, but I don't know James well enough to slap him. I know you well enough that I could potentially slap you.
I'm coming for that. Like, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you.
I'm gonna slap the shit out of you, Curly. I should return to my post. My fellow crewmen's eyes are boring into the back of my head.
I'm trying to figure out why he's doing that motion. Did it have something to do with his previous outfit that I'm forgetting about, that they carried the animation over? Because his finger is clipping through his hat, and it's really bothering me.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Yes, that might be for the best. Thank you. But the Suck My Nuts Asshole tweet was actually meant to be directed at Daniel.
Oh,
no,
shit.
No, it wasn't, but it was also not written by James Chen. I didn't know who wrote it. Checking out his unicorn horn, it is boneless.
Is that in relation to the... Are we referencing the coin toss thing?
No.
Because that was a moment.
That was a moment, no. Suck My Nuts Asshole is just a tweet that James Chen put out. And it's so, like, drastically different than him as a human.
That people are just like,
that people think it's really funny. So anytime it comes across the timeline...
Like, I remember it vaguely, but I don't remember if there was a a reason why that happened.
It's against, like, his entire persona.
Yeah.
To tweet out, Suck My Nuts Assholes.
Yeah.
So basically,
it's a pretty famous tweet.
Whenever you fucking see it, you unretweet it and then retweet it.
Yeah, exactly.
So that it shows up in everyone's timeline again, so that people can be reminded that James Chen...
I'll probably do it right now, actually. Just
said, Suck
for the
my
sake
nuts,
of bringing
asshole.
it back. But yeah, it's... I don't remember if there was a reason that prompted it, and I remember that the coin flip moment was a very iconic
coin flip
moment.
moment was in 2018. Suck My Nuts Assholes, I think, predates that.
Okay.
Significantly.
It happened because he left his phone on a table for a few minutes.
Unlocked, and somebody took advantage of that.
That's
both me
really...
and Curly know who the person who took advantage of it was.
It's funny, but also has potential to be not funny. Like, if it was
extremely on brand for them.
Like, I can think of people who, if they took my phone and unlocked it and tweeted as me, something like that, I would be super not okay. But if someone like you did it,
if I did
it would be so funny.
Yeah, it'd be so sick.
The way that sometimes you use my Twitch account when you're over here to talk to people.
Well, no, I use
funny.
Jeremy's Twitch
account.
More specifically, I yelled at Hello Boeing.
But yeah, that it depends on the person. Anyways. We're trying not to get too far off track tonight. And also, we only have a limited amount of time.
Yeah.
And I'm quickly realizing that I also need to go eat something soon. Because I haven't eaten anything today at all. Which sounds worse than it is. I woke up at like 7, for context. It hasn't been that long. Well, I woke up at 5 today, actually.
I woke up at like 5, yeah.
But yeah, like I sleep during the day. I didn't go the entire... I was sleeping. Anyways.
Poor Inspector. You look exhausted.
And beat the fuck up.
Oh,
like, he decked you good.
No, well...
No, you did. Your glasses are broken.
I feel terrible that I failed to protect Asoki-san.
Well, you should.
He was my responsibility.
He was. Yeah, no, there's nothing I can say to that.
Of course, my pain is nothing compared to yours. You were his friends.
I'm still not over the fact that you needed to go undercover and you couldn't have just been a guard in here.
No, shut up. Truth is, I seem to have had a heavy head ever since I woke this morning.
Somebody's been drugging the entire crew. What's going on?
A heavy head? That's interesting. My head's still throbbing too.
Somebody's just dealing out free drugs.
Hey, yo, who wants these free drugs?
Like, damn. I guess we can look at this again.
So Cosmo spent his final moments writing his diary.
1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill.
Looking at this writing here on this page, it's almost impossible to believe that he's gone.
Kazuma-sama left us a valuable clue in these words. I'm sure of it. We have to solve this mystery, Naruhodo-san.
We will.
Was it a lobster? That's true, it was whistling.
Oh, God.
But there are no mountains nearby.
Yeah,
so
there's no mountain.
I don't want to look at this again.
It really is such a beautiful color, this glass.
I was gonna say, if you were talking about the polish, like, not really. But
stinky doodoo brown.
kinda. I mean, it looks like dried blood a little bit. But yeah, the glass is pretty. It's like not quite lavender, but like a light purple pink color.
It looks like whatever it was has broken clean in two.
What does it look like to you?
No, I'm genuinely curious. Because it's such a pink purple that, like, you can't see pink either, right?
If it's a light pink, I can't see it.
Yeah.
What it looks like to me is like vaguely purple-ish.
I thought you couldn't see purple.
But so purple ends up showing up as blue, but if the purple is purple enough, i.e. there's enough intensity of red.
Mm-hmm. Like a pinky purple would be.
Yeah, like if there's more red than there is blue, like it's not gonna, like I'm still gonna see some of, because I see something as red.
Okay.
I see, like,
it's
I
like
see red as
really
a color. It's not
faint.
gray. It's just, like whatever I see as red is probably a lot more muted than what you see as red.
Okay.
Like, is red really vibrant? Would you describe red as a vibrant color?
Like,
so
red is very vibrant. Like, think of electric blue, like that kind of vibrancy. Like, fire engine red is like electric blue, but red.
Yeah, but in this case, it wouldn't be, this isn't like a fire engine. It's like a fire engine red, I agree, is pretty vibrant, but most reds I would describe as not vibrant.
Yeah.
There's very few red shades that I can see that I would describe as vibrant. Meanwhile, blue has a lot of vibrancy along the spectrum of blue.
Right.
Red does not get, like, most reds are pretty muted for me.
So maybe it's like a blue color that's like a little muddy looking?
I see, it's like blue, but it's, the problem is that, like, remember that I have seen enough purple and called it blue to know when something is purple.
Right.
So like I see this as purple because I've identified this color to me is purple. Even if technically maybe it's like probably more bluish than purple, but I know that if I see this color, it's in the context that this is purple. And
yeah, it stands to reason that you know blue enough to know that, like, because blue is like the one color that you can see that's basically the same as the rest of us. So it's like you can at least tell that this is, if it's purple, you're like, there are differences. It's not totally the same as blue. It's just not what it is to everyone else.
Very often colorblind people's favorite colors will be on the blue spectrum because blue is
what you can see. Yeah.
You can see fairly well.
But as somebody who can see the entire color spectrum, I can tell you that blue is still dope as shit.
Nah, blue rules.
Blue rules. Like, the color of your shirt is probably one of my favorite shades of blue.
Yeah, it's a good blue.
So
y'all can't see it. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. It is close to an electric blue. It's a little bit.
It's not quite electric.
It's not
blue.
quite electric.
Electric blue, I would say, is more striking.
That's more like electric blue.
Yes.
But yeah, purple is one of my favorite colors, and Daniel cannot see purple, so.
That's correct.
Like, the color of this glass is close to my favorite color.
Blew his house with the blue little window.
And everything is blue.
The other half is nowhere to be seen.
And then there's the brick-colored mark.
Which is shoe polish, according to that great detective you seem to know all about.
Like, I'm wondering if the door and the shoe polish actually does look kind of gray to you. Because it is such a dark...
No, the door is like a...
Because I don't know how well you see brown.
It's like maroon?
Yeah, well, no, but like, I
thought maroon was like brown-red.
So maroon can have more of a... more tints of blue in it.
Is that
but
crimson?
Like, yeah, actually, I might put that as crimson. Would y'all put that as crimson?
The door.
The door? Not the stain. The stain's more brown.
I would say, I see the stain as brown. The stain looks like poop.
I wasn't sure how well you see brown. Like, I don't know how that is. Because brown is usually has red tints to it.
Right, I don't see the red very well in it, so it's just brown.
Yeah. It is basically brown. Like, there's just some slight red to it.
Burgundy
is closer.
I said maroon.
Maroon, I don't think...
Scarlet.
These are all very different shades you're saying right now. Maroon, burgundy, and scarlet are different shades.
I can't help you with that. I don't know.
I'm just saying that, like, as somebody who sees color, like the full color spectrum, those are very different. And, you know, I worked in the fashion industry, and they would crucify you for saying they're the same.
Fuck with rainbow bright.
Maroon and burgundy are not the same.
Burgundy?
Maroon has more, like, of a more bluish, like, it has more...
What does that mean?
It means that it's more, it's cooler. It's cooler than
Not cool.
I know what you mean. The problem is I can only think of the cooler Daniel.
Burgundy's nuts. No. Okay. They are different though. I mean, I might put it as Burgundy. Burgundy versus Crimson is where I'm getting a bit. Shit. No, you know what? According to this, I'll admit.
That looks pretty
I'll
maroon
admit
to
when
me.
I'm wrong. I have Burgundy and Maroon switched. Burgundy's the one that's cooler. Maroon is more red. This is still not quite though. It's too light. But yes, Burgundy's cooler. My bad. I'll admit when I'm wrong. But I want to know the difference between Crimson, because that does give Crimson to me, honestly. I suppose it must be from Kazuma-sama's shoes.
No, Crimson's a lot brighter.
You're right. That's more what I would put as just red. Shit, man. You would think working for fashion people for so long, because boy howdy did they just pound certain things into my head, like the difference between periwinkle and forget-me-not is shades of blue. Or like how khaki and tan are different. Like, ugh, the way that designers...
Maybe, but what I'd like to know is...
Working with designers is the worst, by the way. Never work for a designer.
How can the detective be so sure that shoe polish and not something else?
Well, because he's a great detective, of course.
That's hardly a reason, is it?
I also love periwinkle, but, I often got it mixed up with forget-me-not. Oh, shit. No.
You already looked at the...
That, and once I made the famous mistake of saying something like, oh, it's fine, because I have tan something to match with something, and they were like, it's khaki, not tan. And I was like,
Done.
they're the same thing, and they're like, they are not.
So it's clear that these letters were written with the ink that was somehow spilt on the floor, and they spell the Russian word for wardrobe.
But did they always? I don't know.
It does seem to be an unambiguous pointer to you, Naruhodo-san, as you were sleeping in there.
But to be truly unambiguous, it should have just spelt out my name, don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, either way, one fact remains. It's hard to imagine that Kazuma-sama would have written his last words, or word, in Russian.
Which begs the question of who did write it.
I don't know, the entire crew is Russian. Why don't you ask them?
So this ventilator joins to Miss Pavlova's cabin.
Yes, that's right.
And just a few minutes before he died, Kazuma saw something emerging from it. The speckled band, as he described it.
If only Miss Pavlova had been able to shed some light on it. But she seemed as baffled as we are.
Yes. I wonder if she's telling us everything, though.
Bro, why else would it be coming through if it was moving? Huh? Do y'all ever get like that, if you get up to like pee in the middle of the night, do you ever have that like, that irrational fear that like a snake is gonna come up through your toilet or something?
No.
I've definitely had that before.
No.
I've just been like, oh no, if I sit down, what if there's something that is in the plumbing that comes up and bites me?
Recall that I stand to pee.
That's true too, yeah. Okay, well, get up in the middle of the night to shit then. Like, I don't
Very
know.
rare that I get up in the middle of the night to shit.
Okay, work with me here.
I can't work with you on a thing that I can't relate to.
I have to pee again.
I'm not sure.
Listen, in Snakes on a Plane, no, he is pissing. The snake bites the pissing guy and
Oh
the
my
sex
god,
guys.
that's right. I forgot about that scene.
Well, there's two scenes. It's one there's pissing guy, then there's two, then there's people who are fucking.
Right, I just remember the pissing guy, because I'm just like, huh? I'm more afraid to sit on my balls by accident. You know what? That is true. And that is a uniquely dude thing that I can't relate to.
It's the worst feeling.
I can't imagine accidentally sitting on your own balls. That has to suck.
It's the worst.
Oh, sorry, guys. That must suck big time. Because I know getting hit in the nuts feels a lot like being kicked in your pelvic bone. The way that, like, because I've only experienced this feeling one time, where I jumped off of a swing set, like launched in the air, and then landed, and the back of my heel drove up into my vagina.
Oh, shit.
And it made me, I was nauseous. I almost threw up. I couldn't sit for, like, the entire day. It was like the worst pain. And I described it to somebody and they were like, that's what it's like to get kicked in the balls. Except it doesn't need that much force. So you can just like very aggressively tap somebody in the nuts and get a similar effect.
It probably wouldn't have the same longevity of pain that you're describing, because you were just saying you weren't able to sit all day.
All day. Like, I could not sit down.
I would argue that unless someone kicked me in the balls, like, very, very hard, as opposed to like a light tap will hurt quite a bit, but you're in pain for like at most maybe the next 30 minutes.
Oof. Still though, it was an intense pain.
It's pain that goes down over time.
I remember like the nausea associated with it. Like it hurt so bad I wanted to throw up immediately. And that's something that basically every person with testicles I told was like, yeah, that's a relatable feeling.
Sicey has a fushigi emote.
Isn't that the Mortal Kombat logo?
What? No, that's fushigi.
Why do you just have fushigi on the brain?
I love fushigi.
But yeah, I can't imagine just like going to the bathroom, casually sitting down, and then sitting on your nuts and just hurting yourself by accident.
I would say sitting on your nuts is like one of the worst.
That sucks.
That will put you out of commission for a long time.
Yeah.
In terms of like sitting comfortably and moving around semi-comfortably.
You know what I can't imagine? Standing to pee. I think one time I tried it on a camping trip because I just did not feel comfortable with the idea of like squatting, and it did not go well.
Fushigi official.
Oh my god, I wish that was an actual account.
It'd be so sick.
Anyways, speaking of pissing, I have to piss. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Y'all just chill with Daniel and talk about fushigi or something.
Yeah, who remembers fushigi?
Yeah, talk about some fushigi.
Shiwis while camping. Yeah, the shiwi. Good old Brian F emote. I haven't watched Brian in a hot minute. Street Fighter 6, not as interesting to watch for me. For whatever reason. I don't know what it is about that game. Like, I don't particularly find watching Street Fighter 6 that compelling. Like, the Evo finals were pretty good. But that's because they were all really close matches, I would say. But for the most part, yeah, it's not doing much for me. Which is a shame, because it looks cool. Like, visually it looks cool, and it's a good product that I'm happy they did a good job with it. It's just, I don't think it's for me. Which is fine. You know, that's just sometimes how it be. I feel like I finally hit my old man phase where like newer games that come out just aren't interesting me as much anymore. And I just want to play Capcom vs. SNK 2 all day now. Even though I'm not playing that currently, I still probably play more Melee than any other fighter. Yeah, but Granblue didn't do anything for me before, so the Versus Rising is not going to do anything for me now. The one thing I'm happy about for Granblue is that Callisto is randomly nice as fuck in it. I like seeing my boys succeed. I mean, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. He worked very hard. Yeah, but it's because he was actually willing to do the proper work there. He worked very hard in Street Fighter 4 as well, but purposely limited himself to saying, yeah, I can't do this thing, so I'm not going to try. And it's like, no, you need to do that thing. Like, I've had discussions with him about Sakura stuff in Street Fighter 4. I'm like, yeah, you need to be implementing this, you need to be doing this. And he's like, yeah, I'm not doing that, I just can't. So I'm also not gonna practice it and shit. Oh, you're talking about Dragon Ball Fighters sparking? Dragon Ball Fighters, I mean, I still like that game. I think it's degenerate as fuck, though. And I can understand why not everyone likes it. Another new thing? I don't know what that is. I mean, sparking is a mechanic in Dragon Ball Fighters, so that's why I assumed. This turned into a fighting game discussion very quickly, just not generally.
What the fuck is going on?
Oh yes, sparking was the Budokai.
What sparking? What are we talking about?
The thing they showed at the Game Awards, or like it's like their Budokai games called like DBZ Sparking or something like that. Looks super sick.
What are we talking about? The Game Awards that just happened?
Yes.
I did not watch.
I know, but they release obviously trailers for games.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Was DBZ Budokai like successor?
Oh, that's sweet, actually.
And it looks very cool.
Yeah,
it is, but it isn't. It's different. But like, it's specifically like that's meant to be their Budokai successor or whatever, because they were talking about there being another Budokai in the works, and this is what it is.
Yeah, I purposefully didn't watch the Game Awards because like there are certain things that like I don't want to see the trailer for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I just want to play it raw. I didn't want to see the DLC trailer, which I'm glad I didn't for 16, because apparently, according to Jeremy, they showed like way too much, especially because the DLC that just dropped is pretty short, in my opinion. So I was like, I didn't want to be spoiled for that. The Yakuza trailer apparently had spoilers in it, and I was like, I don't want to be spoiled for that. So I was like, I'm glad I missed it, honestly.
It's Jeff's fault.
Jeff for not letting me win a fucking Steam Deck OLED. Yeah, apparently Jeremy like got in line to be in the thing for that, and the queue line was so long and the website crashed, and it was like by the time that he got out of the queue, they were like, yeah, this contest ended an hour ago.
Oh my god.
It was like, what? Come on. So yeah, it sucked. Anyways.
I know most people aboard would say the same about me, but there was something about that woman that didn't sit right with me.
Evo lost fraudulent awards.
It was fraudulent because literally like they announced this is for best like esports event of the year.
How did Evo? First of all, like that
because
as
League
a
of
category.
Legends wins every time.
Oh, okay.
So League of Legends wins, but Evo specifically when they like were reading off the nominees, Evo got the biggest crowd reaction like by a lot.
When I think of fighting game events, I think of
got
Evo.
A crowd reaction at all. But yeah, it's just fan votes.
Yeah. But it's like, that's even stranger, because it's like, I understand League has a huge following, but when I think of esports events, Evo is the first thing I think of.
Yeah.
And then I think about MOBAs and whatever.
League of Legends always tends to win because people are just like, yeah, I watched that and liked it, and I didn't watch the others, so...
I don't know.
It's always how it
I
goes.
love
even though
the fighting game community so much that even though I'm not in it, like I do watch parts of Evo, and I'm not really invested in watching other esports events.
Evo this year looked incredible from a production value standpoint.
Yeah.
And even people there said they had a blast. And that arena, Mandalay Bay Arena, was packed.
Yeah. From what I remember, it looked packed as fuck.
It was packed.
Like,
and I've been to, the finals during where it's been at Mandalay Bay, and it was never that packed. Ever.
Really? I didn't know that.
Never, not like that. Not that shit was like nuts to butts.
It was very packed. That arena was super mega packed.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't know. I've never been a big fan of games like League, so like it's not something that's been my cup of tea to watch. Whereas it's like I don't play fighting games or understand how to play fighting games very well, but I love watching fighting games. Like I will watch whenever like something like Evo is on. I'll be like, I'll watch it, or like Combo Breaker or something because I'm like Daniel's there.
Yeah, it's just fucking. It was fucking crazy, Curly.
Thing with the phone lights was nuts. What?
So like, cause you have the lights down, like the house lights or whatever.
Right.
So everyone has their phone out, and
yeah,
there's literally like there's pictures upon pictures of like the arena being like illuminated by everyone's phones. Like you can just see.
Oh, cool.
That like a ton of phones.
Wait, what am I missing? Yeah. Fuck. I was gonna say something and I forgot.
You might be able to just leave. I don't remember.
Oh, the bookshelf. Wait, hang on.
All the books provided for passengers occupying this cabin, neatly arranged on the shelf.
They were all over the place when we first looked around, if you remember.
Oh, yes. And you tidied them up, didn't you?
You have to look after the ship's property. Unruly behavior in the cabins leads to damage.
It's not your property. Whatever.
But it really wasn't me who knocked them over.
Well, anyway, I feel much better now that they're neatly lined up. I can't relax when things are untidy.
Looked at him.
Oh, I can look at this again.
These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Buria.
Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins.
Sword.
Pets are also strictly forgiven.
Snake. So by bringing her pet on board, Miss Pavlova has broken the rules. Got her ass!
Cosma had
got
permission.
her ass!
Yeah, you got her, you got her.
She called it her friend, didn't she?
Yes, although we don't know what form this friend takes as yet.
I do. It's pretty obvious.
I'm almost certain that whatever it is, it's inside the traveling case in her cabin.
A friend. There's more to this than it seems, I think.
Damn it, I keep wanting to hit the shoulder button to move over.
I don't know why, because it's not how it is in Dual Destinies or Spirit of Justice either. It's the D-pad in that as well.
I don't know. Maybe it's because we were playing Spirit of Justice on BlueStacks for a while. And I don't know how I had things mapped.
You might have had it mapped dumb.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so maybe I can just move now. Oh, I can't leave. I cannot leave.
You can go back to the first class passageway.
No, it won't let me.
Yes, you can.
Oh.
Dumbass.
It was your Joy-Cons then.
Yep. Hey, see?
Because, like, I hit the A button multiple times and it just did not. Even that time, I hit it like 3 times before it went. 9th of January, SS Booyah! First class cabin passageway.
Ah! Look, Naruto-san!
That guy's gone.
No, say that shit. Say that shit with your chest.
Steven, strong enough.
Strong enough?
Burly Russian sailor who's always crossing his arms and glaring at us.
You know, the one with that midriff. And those, like, well-fitted pants.
Ugh, all these Russian names are impossible to remember.
Sorry.
Tra-la-la.
Tra-la-la.
Did you hear that? It sounded like someone singing. Tra-la-la, lida-lida-lay. I did it the great detective way.
Oh my god, Herlock! I love him. This caroling. I know that lark-like voice. Is that Brannigan?
Well, never mind that now. This is a golden opportunity for us.
Yes, you're right. We must seize it.
Kip, get in here.
Let's get inside Miss Pavlova's cabin while we can and investigate.
Definitely. Before that, stringy knot crewman comes back.
I was gonna be like, have you never had stroganoff? And I was like, probably not,
Probably
actually.
not, no.
It's stroganoff, not stringy knot.
Let me see that noodle. Yeah, he's out! I'm so hyped. 9th of January, SS Booyah, first class cabin number 2.
Does this have my favorite Herlock appearance? Miss Pavlova isn't back yet. Suzette-san. Oh, where's she gone? Hey, what are you doing? Those are her private things.
So, we're investigating, dumbass.
There's not a moment to waste, Naruhodo-san. We must investigate as quickly as we can.
She's a menace.
I suppose you're right, for Kazuma's sake.
Not just for Kazuma-sama.
What do you mean?
It can't be long now until we arrive at port. In Hong Kong. I don't want you to be in those handcuffs when we get there.
Really?
We must solve this case, Naruhodo-san. By ourselves if we have to.
Yes, we will.
Let me see that noodle! You know what my other favorite new, animal right now is? I love watching videos of cute little snakes, but also prairie dogs. Prairie dogs are so cute! I've seen so many videos pop up my YouTube recently of prairie dogs, and they're adorable.
I just like puppies.
Prairie dogs are kind of like puppies.
No, I just want puppies.
Oh my!
Just give me infinity puppies.
Miss Pavlova's case is open.
It's completely empty inside, but according to the great detective's great deduction, she was hiding her special friend in there.
Yes, a friend that she had to keep secret.
Because you're not allowed to bring animals aboard the SS Buria. I wonder what kind of animal she had in there. I just want the puppies.
Puppies all the time.
I would love to bred the puppies. And more to the barn.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, wrong guy. Where is it now?
I can't wait to find him. I'm looking for a noodle.
I wonder what this little saucer is doing on the floor.
Yes, it doesn't look like it's been dropped. More like it was put there deliberately.
Do you think there could be a leak in the roof just above here?
What? A leak?
Is this ship quite safe? Are we all gonna die?
I'm sure that even if there's a little leak in the roof, it doesn't mean the whole ship is gonna sink.
No, you're right. Of course you're right.
She's really trying to persuade herself, isn't she?
It's like people on planes. Like how they're just like, it's not gonna crash. There's no way.
0% chance.
I did have that feeling the first time I experienced turbulence on a plane.
Yeah, your first time with turbulence is always a little spooky.
Like my first time, I haven't been on very many flights, but the first time was only a few years ago. And I just remember being uncomfortable during takeoff because of the vertigo you get.
Yeah.
But otherwise I was like, man, I just wish I could sleep because this is uncomfortable and boring.
Yes.
But the first time I experienced turbulence was like my 3rd or 4th time flying. And I was like, I'm gonna die. This plane is gonna crash.
Some turbulence is still spooky to me to this day.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I've been on so many flights at this point.
Yeah.
I've had to have been on over 100 flights.
I would say I've been on less than 10 flights.
Yeah,
Not very many. And my first flight was limit break. Was the year
2000. It would have been 2018
yeah.
or 2017. I forget which one you
So
went to.
yeah, I think it was 17. Yes, because I went to one before. My first one was before I moved here, and my second one was like right when I first moved in here.
Yeah.
So
your second one was
2017, I think, was my
2019,
first one.
Because 2019 is the one.
So my first flight was not that long ago, but it was by myself.
It was by yourself. I do remember that.
I had no idea how airports worked. And,
Your second one was, well, the second time you went to limit break was also by yourself. You showed up at
Yes.
a different time than I did.
it was. But by that time, I was like, no, I did this once. I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then, me and Jeremy went together to visit our friends in Texas.
Right.
That flight, on the way back, we had turbulence. And I was like, Jeremy, I think we're going to die.
Yeah.
But either way, no matter what, I was like, I used to be able to fall asleep like so easily on trips anywhere. I can't do that as an adult, and I'm so sad. If I could sleep through flights, that would be awesome.
Sleeping through flights, that's why
That's goated as fuck.
I don't sleep before going on a flight.
See, that's the problem, is that I can do that, but no matter how tired I am, I can't force myself to go to sleep in a situation like that.
It just happens. I get so bored and I just fucking fall asleep.
It won't happen. I just won't. I could stay up for a full 24 hours, and then I get on that flight, and I'm like, I'm so tired. And then as soon as we launch, I'm like, I'm awake now, I guess. I hate my body for that. I hate it.
It would seem that this teapot is empty.
So the natural conclusion is that the Russians are very thirsty people.
Or they just don't drink tea?
Or because Miss Pavlova only came into this cabin last night, she hadn't had the chance to make any tea yet? I mean, it could be either.
It's definitely that they're excessively thirsty. I'd lay 1,000 to 1 on it.
Based on what?
He's got a gambling problem.
Oh.
You're rather obstinate, aren't you, Naruhodo-san?
Pay up.
Give me my money.
There are just a few books on the desk. Nothing else by the looks of it.
Well, Miss Pavlova only ran away from the ballet last night. She's hardly occupied this cabin for any time at all.
That's true. I wonder what kind of books she likes to read.
The very hungry caterpillar.
Let me see. Yes, I see. It would seem Miss Pavlova enjoys reading books written in Russian.
This one's titled The Adventures of Biggest Dickus. Thanks. I think I probably already knew that.
It's rude to ask too much of people, Naruhodo-san. Kindly remember that.
Get fucked, idiot.
Don't come for me unless I send for you.
I suppose every cabin has a wastepaper basket.
Shall we have a little look and see what's been thrown away?
In the 5 minutes since we were here last?
Naruhodo-san! It's poor etiquette to go sifting through someone's rubbish, you know. I told you this.
It's very similar to...
Yeah, I wonder if it's gonna be the same. Unless the
Unless
friend...
Unless it's changed since we've been here. There's hardly anything here at all.
Damn it.
Hey, Lurking, what's up? Okay. I was hoping maybe the snake would come out and be like, hello!
Hello!
Okay, I will come back to those. But let me go over here first.
There's a bag.
There is a bag. Oh, well, let me look at it. Fuck!
Apparently that bag sucks anyway.
Yeah. So I'll go fuck myself.
Naruhodo-san, are you there?
Sorry, I'm right here, yes. Why?
Oh, good. I thought you might have climbed into the wardrobe when I wasn't looking. And there's no place like home.
Believe me, I don't have some strange compulsion to jump inside every wardrobe I see, you know.
What if you did, though? They're just like, I just like being in here.
Well, anyway, I'm not sure anyone could fit inside this one. It's full of beautiful outfits. I suppose they're all stage costumes.
They look like robes and coats to me.
Stop it. Shut up. I was rather hoping we might find Miss Pavlova's friend hiding in there, but no such luck.
Pull the sash. Instead of scorpions, you get snake.
It's one of these next to the bed in Cosmo's cabin, too.
Yes, it's a bell cord. I can't resist.
Oh no!
She barely hesitated there. She gave it a good tug, too.
Yeah, just fucking yank that shit. This is fine. We're actually pretty close to where we need to end it.
We have to end it soon anyway, so...
No. I didn't actually expect anyone to come.
We don't want them to. We're trying to investigate in secret.
Yeah, what are you doing, girl? Hello?
So this ventilator connects to Cosmo's cabin next door.
Noodle-chan? I'm just gonna call it Noodle-chan if they don't tell me a name. Yes, although, what a fool a shipbuilder must be to open a ventilator into another room.
Yeah.
This was real stupid.
What an absolute dumbass. Maybe it's so that there's a gas leak next door, the occupant of this cabin would notice and raise the alarm?
Ryosuke, what? Huh?
No, now it just kills 2 people.
Or the occupants of both cabins would die of gas poisoning.
That is a possibility.
It's most likely.
Anyway, last night Cosmo wrote that he saw a speckled BAM coming out of this ventilator.
Where is it? Where's the snack?
All the books have toppled over together. Look, every single one.
Do you think that's a god of the sea, perhaps? He's toppled too, though.
It's exactly the same as the bookcase next door. In Cosmo's cabin... Oh, I thought that was more to that sentence. In Cosmo's cabin.
Perhaps Miss Pavlova was practicing a difficult ballet pose and fell against the bookcase?
I don't know. Would she really be practicing ballet on the same night she ran away from her ballet company?
No. She said she never wanted to dance again. All right, then. It must have been you. You lost your temper and knocked them all over in a fit of rage.
Not everything bad that happens on the ship is because of me, you know.
Practicing spelled wrong? Well, was it with an S? Because that's the British spelling.
Yes.
I know this because that's how I write it sometimes.
Yep.
Well, anyway, I'll set them all straight again in here too. I don't like seeing things in disarray.
That is the British spelling. It's not an incorrect spelling.
Yeah. Daniel makes fun of me all the time because I do spell things in the British way. Only because my best friend throughout high school was English and I just picked things up from her and they're just in my vernacular now.
You gotta keep exploring.
I only have like a couple more things to check.
I know, I'm waiting for Herlock to show up. Ah yes, you're displayed in this cabin too. Look, the SS Bourdieu's rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in your cabin.
It's like, how many times do you want me to repeat the rules? I suppose Miss Pavlova realized that she needed to keep the contents of her case a secret after she read all this. Her special friend, I mean.
Did you investigate the case?
You know what?
Don't think you did.
I think I just assumed that if it was open, the snake would have gone somewhere else. Because why would it stay there?
But I don't think...
But yeah, I don't think I did.
I wonder where his friend has disappeared to now. He's probably having fun exploring the ship, I imagine.
That's what I thought. That's what snakes do. I just hope that Seaman Stroganoff doesn't find it and throw it overboard. I can't say that name without laughing.
Oh, yes. So do I.
I'm 12, and what is this?
Did you...
Oh, no, I did. Okay, to my credit.
Okay, there's
But I
the
really
door.
didn't remember doing
I
it.
don't remember you doing it either. This cabin door has the same simple sort of bolted latch that our cabin door has. The bolt's drawn across. There's no way anybody could have entered the cabin from outside.
Yes, it's not a particularly heavy-duty bolt, is it?
Such a
No.
It's-
This is better than saying that it's small. Heavy-duty, it can be heavy-duty and not be...
suppose.
Yeah. But still, it wouldn't slide across of its own accord, would it?
No, and the door is made of metal, so there's no chance of trickery using magnets to unbolt it from the outside.
And it seals up perfectly, too. To stop any seawater from coming in. So you couldn't use the method you told me of passing a thread through the crack, or on the closed door either.
I seem to know a lot of tricks for opening doors. I'm starting to see why they suspect me.
Hey, that's good to know in case you get kidnapped or some shit. think I did look at everything down here, but maybe not.
Did you look at the cup? Okay, cup is nothing.
Maybe I need to go back into the hallway and it's there. I feel like if I investigated everything, though, that something would happen in typical Ace Attorney fashion, you know?
Did you look at the thing left of the bookcase?
This?
Yeah, that's nothing.
I'm seeing a whole lot of nothing, my guy.
I don't remember.
Well,
Maybe go back onto the
let's
hallway.
go into the hallway really fast and
Yeah.
see what happens.
Are you able to look to the right side? Yep.
Oh, yep, there he is.
Okay, look at that. Look at
Found
that.
him. Oh, it's Mr. Sholmes, look.
Wow, you never know he's gonna turn up next, do you?
This is his most normal pose yet. He seems to be stealing a look at something as he sings to himself. Oh, I should have known because he was singing out here.
Yeah, that's why I'm...
Well.
I did it the great detective way. He's still singing. Do you think he hasn't noticed us?
Definitely. Or he's simply in extremely high spirits.
I'm sure you knew when the yard bit off more than it could chew.
What? The yard?
Scotland Yard.
Oh. Yeah, well, I mean, you know what I thought of.
Yes, I know. And through it all, when there was doubt, it's lucky her luck was about. Excuse me. I saw that all and I stood tall. I did it the great detective way.
I'm gonna take away.
Mr. Sholmes! What is it? You want to fight, hmm?
Oh my god! The way that he just fucking oh my god.
Honestly, interrupting a fellow when he's singing. I was just about to reach the climactic finish.
I'm not gonna lie, this is how I would react if somebody snuck up on me while I was singing to myself too.
Sorry, I thought you were never going to stop, so I figured now is as good a time as any. Very nearly dropped you on the floor with one of my famous right hooks. Alright, I get the picture. Now could you put those fists away?
She just decks you anyway. Mr. Sholmes, you seem to be examining something before we interrupted you.
Ah, yes, that. I was immersed in the study of the ship's log, as penned by the stockily built crewman who's usually on guard here.
Oh, yes, the ship's log.
And did you find out anything useful from it?
The captain's log.
Well, after 2 a.m. this morning, the majority of the entries are blank. Which means that there was nothing to report. Nothing of note happened, so...
You stupid piece of shit.
Oh god, you're so fucking stupid. You truly are a student for the land of the rising sun. You've been utterly blinded by it.
Bruh.
Sorry? Your logic, my boy, is inverted.
Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes?
Observe the other pages, and all shall become clear. It would seem the same crewman oft stands sentry in this first-class passageway. He has an almost religious practice of recording nothing to report every half hour.
Wow, that's really obvious. It was real stupid we didn't notice that.
Oh, he writes that in every 30 minutes?
Nothing to report?
Precisely. Put simply, the seaman writes nothing to report when there is just that. And yet, the ship's log from last night is largely blank. He didn't even write nothing to report.
Do you mean?
Yes, there were circumstances afoot last night, which led to the seaman being absent from his post.
Wow, Herlock. That was actually a really good deduction. It's insane that we didn't notice that. What kind of circumstances? What happened? It scared the shit out of me that the Joy-Cons vibrated. I forgot they do that. Because I have mine set to not do that ever.
That remains a mystery for now. We could be sure something significant took place. So significant that it caused the seaman to forget his regular habit of scribing nothing to report in the log. These are important details. I would stake my life on it. You must log the ship's log in your mental file.
My mind palace?
Yes. Now that deduction was worthy of a great detective. Ah, you're starting to understand what my way is, I see. What makes Sholmes brilliance.
All right, calm down. You got one thing we didn't notice. Oh, his laugh animation is so wholesome, though.
Ouch.
Okay, well, it was.
What is it? Are you hurt? Oh, don't worry yourself. I seem to be afflicted with a throbbing head this morning for some reason. Nothing more.
Bro! Did we all just get a really bad case of food poisoning or some shit? What's happening?
Well, my friends, until our next encounter.
Either that or somebody's just giving everybody free drugs.
Free drugs.
Free drugs, free drugs, free drugs.
He's still singing to himself. I can hear it as he wanders off down the passageway. Is something wrong, Suzato-san? You seem lost in thought.
It's just... well... I feel the same.
Sorry?
Ever since I woke this morning, I've had something of a headache. A sort of... continuous throbbing.
Oh, you too? I think now go back into their cabin. I think Herlock might be in there now. I just want him to be doing the thing I expect him to be doing. Oh.
Ah!
Damn
What's
it.
that?
He's not gonna do it. Ooh.
Oh shit! Shut down the engines immediately! Press the side of the core
No!
power! Pull the stop bar to starboard! All hands brace for impact!
We're gonna fucking die! What the?
What?
I think we're about to crash into another ship.
What?
I can't stand.
So that's the sound. What the fuck?
What the fuck? We're falling!
So that's the sound. Are you alright? Are you injured at all?
I think I'm fine. Thank you, Naruhodo-san.
That was whack. Also, is the snake okay?
It looks like we avoided a collision.
I think...
Yes, the ship has come to a stop.
Oh my goodness. What about you, Naruhodo-san? Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine.
Huh?
Hello, is anybody in there? Shout if you need us. Oh wait, I think that's Hosonaga.
Oh.
That sounds like...
do 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 do.
Inspector Hosonaga.
I want that on my soundboard, actually.
Is that you in there, Naruhodo-san? Unbolt the door, quickly! What? The bolt?
Oh, I guess it just slid shut.
Oh, look at that.
The door is bolted. Did you do that, Suzato-san?
No, I didn't touch it.
Well, that's strange. How did... And look at all the books. They're just like they were before again.
Naruhodo-san, aren't you going to open the door and let the inspector in?
I'd better tidy this place up first. Our violent emergency stop had solved one mystery, at least, in a very vivid way. But I knew that what awaited us on the other side of the cabin door would not be pleasant. I hurried around tidying up the cabin with a new sense of foreboding in my heart.
Foreboding.
Chomp.
Chomp. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect place.
because y'all, I'm hungry.
Yeah, and I gotta go.
I need to go eat breakfast.
I gotta head home because I got work tomorrow.
True.
Yeah.
We made progress, though, guys. We did.
We made actual progress.
We made real progress. Like, a progress that a normal stream might actually, like, take.
So it took
you proud?
like a 4-hour stream or so.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We only got off track, like, once or twice.
A handful of times.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the worst.
So,
Oh,
anyways. Yeah, so we'll be back, I don't know, Friday or Saturday?
I mean, I'm down for next week if you are. Just you have to let me know how you feel.
Yeah. I've not been having a good time, so I'll let you know.
Yeah, it's fine.
But the plan is to come back Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, that's the idea.
And do this again.
Ideally, I would like it to be Friday or Saturday. I do not want it to be Sunday again.
Yeah. This was just a special circumstance where, like, I was not able to do anything Friday, and Saturday I had another engagement that I couldn't put off, so...
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday is supposed to be the deal, and should be the deal next week. Yeah. Unless something happens and I die. So hopefully I don't die.
Yeah, don't die, dumbass.
Yeah. Yeah, one can hope.
Okay.
So yeah, everybody have a super night. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the like raids and stuff. Thanks Color again for the raid. I was really glad to see all y'all and all the old faces. Drink water, take your meds.
Yeah. Do all that shit.
Get a lot of sleep, take care of yourselves, and we'll see y'all next time.
Yeah.
And I might be streaming sometime in between now and next weekend with Jeremy because we're playing Judgment.
Yeah, Yakuza.
Yeah. So. Well, Judgment, but it's in the Yakuza universe. It's just not a Yakuza game.
Okay, but isn't it called Yakuza Judgment?
No, it's just called Judgment.
It's just called Judgment?
Yeah,
okay.
And it's like in totally different cast of characters.
Okay.
It's just in Kamurocho.
I guess I'll go fuck myself then.
Yeah. But yeah, no guarantee, but Jeremy and I do plan to try to do a Judgment stream this week. Keep an eye on our Twitter or Discord, and I'll let y'all know. Anyways, bye!
Bye. Bye.